Us on the Carpless Talking text line 800-990-3776. List is more. Stream, download, listen back. Put Kyle, Brust, and Nortman at the top of the ESPN Wisconsin app and see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. It has been too long. How's it going, boys?
Going great. I missed you, Brad.
Yeah, I missed you too, Kyle. Where you been?
I don't know. I missed one day at work. You missed.
You were actually gone the most. We should be asking you that.
That's true. I have arisen from, if we can remember, hosting several ladies from Jacksonville.
Several?
I think there was 8 of them total at the Nortman House.
8's more than several.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's right. That's right.
No, that's not right. Not right, Bradley.
I said, wait, what'd you say?
I said you were running a brothel, and you said that's right.
That's right.
Right, yeah.
Wow, Kyle, you get your head out of the gutter.
I said absolutely not.
Wow.
Don't
No,
subscribe to that.
you shouldn't. You should have just let him roll it.
No,
over.
I can't-
Absolutely right.
I can't have
Just
Lexi
let
go
it
home.
sit.
Bradley, you let him say
I thought
that?
you said that's several. I said, yeah, that's right.
No, I said that's a brothel.
Okay, well, Kyle Walls.
Yeah,
Kyle
great
Walls.
start.
Well,
start to the week.
In the spirit of that
I love
type
that
of
Brad's
mentality.
clapping.
Yeah, okay. Kyle Wallace, everyone. And KBN Nation was very good at brainstorming, as they always are, because when Alex Strofe and I host KBN last Thursday, we said, hey, we're hosting all these ladies. What should they do? What's the Wisconsin experience? What do you think was one of the top things?
Made Him Believe on Thursday,
Yeah, which was
Summerfest on
outstanding.
Friday, Morgan Wallen, Summerfest. I mean, you had
Plenty
a
of
bunch of
options.
different things to do in
Go
Wisconsin.
to the lakes. Potentially Strawberry Festival was happening
Yeah,
this
that's an
weekend.
iconic one.
Yeah.
So Summerfest did jump to the top of the list, right? So
It is the world's largest music festival.
It is, and summer in Wisconsin is not complete without experiencing Summerfest. So all these ladies, they get ready, they head down there. Now these are women from Florida, so they're pretty used to strange things, right? Florida's known for Florida man, fill in the blank, right? So they go down there and they're seeing everything that Summerfest has in store, and then. Summerfest is along the lakeshore, but then across that little bay is the park, right?
Mm-hmm. Is this where you want everyone to stay and you're here, Brad, out?
Yeah, exactly. But we're
As you
learn-
try to ramp Summerfest up and have a spot for drunk people to stay. And
that was excellent.
I just
Bradley.
recorded the final Here, Brad Out.
Oh, you're going
You're
on
out Wednesday again?
I am out Wednesday and Thursday. See you guys.
We need a show open for just Kyle, Brust, and Strofe.
I haven't had a day-
Especially soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I might have to rethink where the campground's going to be.
Uh-oh.
Because that ground has been sullied. It has been defiled because these girls, these lovely ladies, right? Innocent, lovely ladies are walking and all of a sudden they see all these people go by and they're like, wait a minute, something's not right. These people are naked.
Oh, the
I saw
naked
this.
bike
There was no less than 300 people, just naked person after naked person across the lake, naked as can be.
Brother.
Dude,
Brother.
They
Wait,
took videos.
why are
they
you
sent
saying
pictures.
brother? Were you a part of it or just staring
I
at
would
it?
have been a part of it had I known it was happening. No, I was walking to Summerfest on Saturday, and literally on Water Street, as I'm walking to Summerfest, hundreds
and hundreds.
I don't even know if I could say what I saw, man.
Just
you saw
all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw rumps. I saw cojones. I mean, it was right past me. I was on the sidewalk. They went right past. It was.
And their perspective was it was like 80% guys.
Yeah, it was.
They said it's like mostly dudes.
Like chat roulette.
Dude after dude after dude.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard chat roulette in years.
The chat roulette, dude
What kind
after
of
dude
chat
after dude.
roulettes
That's
are
what
you
it
a part
was.
of?
Yeah.
The only ones there were to be a part of. I hear where he's coming from. Yeah, I just have a feeling most of those people didn't smell very good.
No, it was a hot day.
It was warm
And
out.
not everyone was riding a bike. There were some people on like Segways.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Scooters,
no.
What are those things that like are Segway with
Hoverboard
no
things?
Yeah, hoverboard.
No.
Just
You
imagine a
can't be
hoverboard,
on
just
a
a guy like this. On a
hoverboard.
hoverboard.
Nah, see that?
Just leaning forward.
They should
Left
have
and
already
right.
The lean forward one?
Yeah, the lean forward.
That's nasty.
Wasn't the only thing leaning on that
Dude,
hoverboard.
it was there. We got a still shot of a guy on a hoverboard.
A still
shot?
You recorded pornography?
Of course.
Oh,
of course.
God.
They're putting it
I don't
out
think
there.
that's what that qualifies as.
And so, my question is, I have many questions. Many questions. So apparently, it was part of Bear If You Dare, part of a worldwide movement.
I'm anti it.
Of people trying to promote positive body image and also, strangely enough, oil dependence or something.
Oil? Oh,
So
is this a
strange-
Diddy party?
A
What?
strange combination.
No.
But how
The U.S. is oil dependence on gasoline, I'm guessing?
Yeah, 'cause
they told me I was all oiled up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
He
how
said
those
a
things
Diddy
are
party.
connected. But apparently it was all over. But I wonder, like, how do these people not get arrested for indecent exposure? Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody
wants to see it.
They get like a
waiver or a pass?
To be able to do this. I'm with
You think they
Brad.
put sunscreen on
Yes.
Everywhere?
They have to.
everywhere?
Brother, did you see these people?
I saw pictures and
I
videos.
saw it up close. I was
How
from me to
close
you
were you?
away. Me to you away.
No,
I was on the sidewalk.
That's like 10 feet.
They took up the entire street. Yeah.
Did you stop and take a seat and take it in?
We all stopped on the sidewalk. I did not pull out my phone because that felt inappropriate. My friend did.
Oh, that's where it felt inappropriate.
Fair point. But my friend Kyle, not you.
No one me.
Did you stop and stare?
Yeah, we watched the whole procession.
You watch
Like it was a
80% of
parade.
guys
Why?
ride by on Segways.
And they're all dudes.
because
Segways is such a great image.
As my girlfriend said
leaning forward.
as my girlfriend said as we were standing there, she said it's like a bad car accident. I can't look away. And that's how I felt. My mouth was open. I was thinking, my jaw was on the floor. I was in shock.
My mouth was open.
I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. It was insane.
It's insane. It's insane.
I was not
Yeah.
nearly. I was
Welcome
not
to
nearly-
Wisconsin,
And they're trying to
ladies.
convince these girls that this is not a common occurrence.
This is not normal. This is not normal behavior, nor is this acceptable behavior for most
Here's
of us.
the
It's
thing.
just the weirdos who do this.
If you're going to do it, you can't do it at 2 p.m. because nobody's drunk enough to
Well,
witness this.
hang on. What if a great KBN Nation listener was a part of that?
No.
I love
800-990-3776. If you were part of the naked bike ride, I want to hear from you.
And why didn't I get
love
an
you,
invite?
buddy.
And if you've been a part of a naked bike ride, I want to hear from you as well.
It just seems like such a strange way to
Bring awareness to something.
promote the causes they're trying to promote.
I mean,
Did,
like,
did it draw your attention? Do you now know about what they're doing?
It does, but I maybe even believe in more healthy shaming now. Where it's just like, you know what? Just seeing that makes me more against both topics. Joking, of course, but it's just how are they not all wrangled up and thrown in the paddy wagon? They should be all given tickets. It should be indecent exposure.
Brett,
if I walked down the
agree.
street naked, I would be arrested.
No,
So why are arrest these people?
Brett, I agree. I 100% agree with you. I think it's disgusting. I think it's vile for people to have
Imagine
to see.
how hot and smelly they were.
They're disgusting. But the fact that the Segway is a problem. The bike's already a problem. But the fact somebody's on the Segway, now you're playing games because now you want everybody.
Segway.
You're just out here for everybody to see. See, at least with the bike, it's kind of covered up in between your legs and different things. Like, no,
That's a good point.
this is
Yeah.
everything. You just sit to see everything
The
exposed.
Segway was wild.
That is
There's
too
apparently many
much.
Segways. Many
See,
Segways.
no, it was supposed to be the naked bike ride, not the naked Segway ride. This is gross. This is absolutely gross.
Do you think that they all showed up together clothed and then took all their clothes off? and did it?
Fantastic question.
Or do you think that they all arrived already?
I think they all arrived. I don't know.
But you
crazy to think about.
So
Right
here's what I do know is that at the end of the bike ride, you have to immediately put on your clothes. You can't walk around and move around without.
So that's
clothes
the
on.
line.
That is the line.
That's where you draw
So
the
I'm
line.
assuming they probably undressed to get on the bike, and then they rode the bike, and it was okay.
But
And
if
then
this
what-
was anti-body shaming, are we body shaming right now?
No, not body. I don't know what their bodies look like, but I don't want to know. Listen, if this is about body shaming, listen, be whatever you want to be. If you want to be fat, skinny,
But what's-
ugly, cute, whatever you want to be it.
be
Just don't
ugly?
expose.
ironic, though. In my experience, guys don't really have a lot of body shaming tendencies for
Must
themselves.
be nice, Bradley, to have such a chiseled body.
But women generally have more body shaming tendencies, and it seems like there were mostly guys there.
Ron and McKee chimes in on the Carpless Talk and text line. Would you and Kyle feel this way if it was very attractive females?
I would say this. I would say this is too much. I would not. Would I be as would I be as grossed out? No. But I would say this is highly inappropriate. There are
It
children
would still be
watching.
too much for the senses.
There are
Too
children.
much.
I would probably cover my eyes and have my fingers.
Yeah,
open
that's the
like
other good
where.
part. This is
Like a scary movie that you can't not watch?
They were there at like legitimately 3 o'clock, which is peak family time. Saturday at 3 o'clock, Peak family time.
Yeah, it's
You
grotesque.
don't need the kids.
Did they have
seeing
any
that.
warning that they were coming?
No.
They have signs.
You just see like
just a rock.
yeah, pale skin after pale skin.
Just imagine you're sitting there enjoying your weekend with your family, and all of a sudden you just see a whole gaggle and gang of bikes coming. You look from a distance like,
What's going on?
do they look naked to you?
and Strofe can attest. They thought it was probably 300 people. 300.
That's a lot.
That's not a little biker gang. That's person after person after person.
So did they have a good time at Summerfest?
I mean, they had a blast.
That's part of the experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even among Summerfest goers, there were some questionable outfits. Very questionable. I think they described one lady in just fishnets.
Hey.
Just fishnets, the whole thing. Kyle, you condone?
I mean, fishnets, that's good. That's good.
How is that even different anything from
Well, fishnets, okay, listen, at least it got some type of
from
coverage.
the naked bikers?
Naked
The
bikers,
Segway people.
it ain't nothing left to imagination. The fishnets might be able to cover up some stuff.
Very little.
Yeah, very little. Boy, oh boy, I hope those
Were
women
you
will come
jealous,
back.
Brad?
No.
Lexi didn't see it, did she?
Oh, she saw. She saw probably what amounted to 250 men just pew, 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 going by.
You're less confident now.
No.
If anything, he's more confident.
Yeah.
Look, you see all those fatsos there?
Yeah,
You ain't got to worry
that's
about body
right.
shaming over here.
Those
I'm
fatsos.
sorry.
Come on,
You see all
Kyle.
those skinny people there? Those normal
Come
body people
on.
there? I'm trying to cover everybody. Those pear-shaped people.
The more you talk, the
pear-shaped.
worse
Yeah,
it
it's getting
gets.
worse.
All bodies are beautiful bodies. How about that?
It's too late.
Yeah, but you don't mean that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we hear it in your voice.
Look at me. I got a lot of rolls.
All shapes. and
Here we go.
sizes.
And you're
Yeah.
just digging deeper. Well, you guys, when I dig, you guys tell me to stop.
Shovel.
Yeah.
I mean, just as long as they're not shaped like Strofe, that's a problem.
There was
Malnourished.
people shaped like all of us on that bike ride. I mean, I literally witnessed every body type you could possibly.
you
and it
really-
was beautiful.
so
I wish I would have known about it. I would have
You
done
would,
it.
if one adjective you would describe it as beautiful.
Yes, the
No.
world is beautiful, Brad. All shapes and sizes.
No, it's offensive.
Had I known about the naked bike ride, I would have participated. I'm not saying this is a joke
Well,
Why?
because it's preaching body positivity.
all right. You can do
How
it
does
next year.
that takes
what
away
do I
from
always
it?
talk about on the show?
That takes
Brad?
away
What do I
from
always
The
talk
world
about?
needs more love.
The world needs more love.
Is that an expression of love?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Body beautiful.
So if your child was
like
there,
Eric
would you
Wilson.
be okay?
What?
Would you be okay if your child saw it?
Yeah, it's the world. It's like going to a locker room. It's
Your
not-
daughter.
yeah.
You are a sick.
That is
Come on, honey, we're going to the naked bike
a
race again.
strange moral compass.
Go see 80% of grown men ride by.
But Kyle,
I will call CPS on your ass in a heartbeat.
I don't
He will be at the
Hold
naked
on.
bike ride
Hold
at
on.
3 o'clock
Hold
on
on.
Water Street.
Hold on.
His name is Alexander
See,
Stroop.
babe, see, girl, look at the bike ride. Appreciate all the bodies.
First
coming
off,
by.
I don't think I would plan an outing around it. I'm saying if we had happened
said
to be
it's
walking
beautiful.
like I was. It was.
You wouldn't cover your child's eyes.
You would
A bunch
stop
of
and just
naked men
sit.
on a
And,
But
Segway?
I don't think you see as much as you expect to
I saw
see.
everything.
on a
I-
Segway, you would see
I
everything.
so Kyle just backpedaled. Now you're backpedaling. So I think we should backpedal ourselves out of this. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. A lot of disrespect to the Green Bay Packers offense this offseason. Free agency in the NBA begins tonight. All that and more on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again. What a radio pro.
He's so.
Say that again. Nobody said a word.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on July 1st.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the New York Mets.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in July 1st at 6:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Are you going to do something today?
Yes, I am.
And what exactly might that be?
My plan is to sit here and enjoy our amazing new patio set from Steinhoffel's.
Steinhoffel's 4th of July sale is going on now. Take 10% off store-wide, plus an extra $100 off every $999 you spend. But don't wait too long, because this sale ends soon.
Now, would you be a sweetheart and get me another lemonade? I have to stay hydrated.
Steinhoffel's 4th of July sale, going on now.
With a dedicated Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. For 15 years, we've been serving businesses, organizations, and individuals in the area with a long-standing commitment to the healthcare and not-for-profit sectors. Whether it's expansion to commercial payments, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions to navigate your organization's complex needs. Experience the difference with Fifth Third Bank. National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Time to stock up for your 4th of July picnics, parties, and celebrations. Do you need a cold half barrel? Maybe a great bottle of wine? Or hard to find liquor? We have everything you need at the lowest prices in town. It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. Buy any one 15-pack of 16-ounce aluminum bottles of Miller Lite, Coors Light, or Coors Banquet, or any one 12-pack of Happy Thursday Spiked Refresher, and receive one free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a safe and fun 4th of July weekend, and don't forget your free Summerfest ticket.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
Hey, I'm Reba McEntire. In life, you'll hear a lot of people tell you that you can do anything you want. I'm here to tell you that's true. Since I was a little girl, I dreamed of becoming a successful singer and entertainer. It took a lot of hard work, dedication, and perseverance to find my success, but it was worth it. I never gave up on my dreams. Remember, you can never have a dream come true until you've had a dream. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, hanging with you, KBN Nation, till 5 o'clock. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. Less is more. We hear a lot of things that make us scratch our heads, and I will just say, this is the ultimate head scratcher. Prepare to be confused. Prepare to be thinking this is satire. This is not. This is a former Chicago radio host on a Fox Sports television show with the take of the year.
How about this? Caleb Williams already better than Jordan Love. How about that?
No one believes that.
Okay, I'm sorry, but it's true.
Really?
Jordan Love has played the majority of 2 seasons, right? Both of those seasons, double-digit interceptions, 11 interceptions.
Love
each of those
went into Dallas.
Oh, yeah, because Mike McCarthy's never lost a playoff game at home and gotten blown out. Yeah, he had a nice playoff game. Congratulations. Here's the thing about Jordan Love. Guy had 11 interceptions both years that he played. Caleb Williams played 17 games last year, had 6.
He's scared to throw the ball, Dan.
Right.
Jordan Love has Matt LaFleur of the Sean McVay tree. He has been, everything in the world has been catered to him. Jordan Love, the unbelievable ceiling, had a 63% completion percentage last year.
Who is that?
Danny Parkins.
Who the hell is that?
Some scrub.
Some trash-ass report. I don't know what he is, but he's trash. He's garbage. That take was terrible.
Hey, how about this? How about this? Danny Parkins? He sucks. How about that?
Yeah, he does. Beyond sucks. That was terrible. To sit here and say after one season, Caleb Williams is better than Jordan Love based off of what? Is this a joke? Why are you laughing? Is this like a joke? Am I being punked? Is Ashton Kutcher coming? Is this what happening?
Send him in. All right, send him in.
There's no way.
There's the cameras.
He has to be because there's no way.
Caleb Williams already better than Jordan Love.
Oh, it's laughable.
It doesn't even sound like he believes that as he's saying it.
If you're leading with, how about this? How about that? Probably don't believe what you're saying.
What do you think of this? What do you think of that?
You know what they did?
Just spitballing.
Yeah. You know what they did? They had to come up with something to, gear up or get some type of attention. So they said, let's spin the bottle.
Chris Broussard was he shoot him by not responding to.
Yeah.
They did a great job of letting him drown.
Yeah, and the host being like, nobody believes that. That was such a great comment. I mean, it's an.
Can you play that start again? Nobody believes you.
How about this? Caleb Williams already better than Jordan Love. How about that?
No one believes that.
He kind of sounded like Matt LaFleur right there, didn't he?
He kind of did.
No one believes that.
I mean, it's an absolutely absurd and asinine take.
No one believes that.
And it's frustrating.
How about that?
Because as a Packer fan, it's just another way that, first of all, Bears look like complete fools. But there is a certain trend I'm noticing that the Green Bay Packers offense, they're continually getting disrespected. I don't know what it is out there. I don't know if it's Jordan Love's injury, maybe the high expectations and the offense just being okay last year. Okay for high expectations. But I am listening and hearing so much disrespect for the whole Packer offense. Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love, the wide receivers, they would be nothing but buried this offseason. And we can't forget that they are special when they're healthy, when they're rolling, and the stats back that up. I think this team, they're going to show, right? This offense is going to show if they have a chip on their shoulder, if they've got an edge to them, if they got a dog in them, because as a player in the locker room, you do hear this. It's impossible to isolate yourself completely from all the national or local conversations. So even the dumb things like this take, you certainly hear it. So we're going to find out if Jordan Love is like Aaron Rodgers, is like Tom Brady, is like Peyton Manning, not necessarily in capability yet, but from an edge, from I am pissed off, and I'm going to take that out on the field and see if he has that edge and that dog in him. Because if we don't see that this year,
you think he's hearing it? He's just had a wedding.
He is hearing it, even at the wedding. Even at the wedding, he's hearing it. So I see two lanes for Jordan Love in this offense. He's either going to be chip on his shoulder, angry, lay it out on the field, and show why he is a top franchise quarterback, or if he has the still general malaise. I just wonder if that fire is enough inside of him to be a top-tier quarterback.
Would you look at this? Garrett, the Bears fan. Caleb's going to dance on the Packers this season. Ryan, the Bears fan, on the Carbless Talking text line with 18 texts because he's so insecure in the way we're talking about this. People. You guys sound like a bunch of nervous Nellies. I believe that you two should too. Y'all are scared. It's funny. It's not that absurd because Jordan Love didn't play that well. And then it goes to, you guys are delusional. I forgot what state we're in and what radio people you are. It's funny, you guys. It's a good bit.
Wait, we're the ones that are doing.
So it went from it's not that far off to it's a good bit. They'll play. Look, Kyle's a flip flopper. We know that. I played both sides of the fence once before in my life. This is going to the full extreme. It is.
I don't even know what they're trying to say. I'm
scatterbrained.
I don't even understand why anybody would even have that thought. Maybe if Caleb Williams had a good second season to back it up.
Jordan Love is closer to Caleb Williams than any other pro quarterback you named.
Wow.
Let's go over to Alex Stroh.
Hall of Famers.
I'm a big believer, as we've talked about already once today. The world needs more love. Here's the thing, though. I don't think Chicago Bears fans deserve love. I think when you are this insecure, this unimpressive, this sad, this distraught, to the point where
they need therapy before they can find love.
You're doing things like this on national television. We've seen the jokes by Ben Johnson. We've seen Caleb Williams out at music festivals that are much more inferior to Summerfest, chanting expletives at Green Bay. It's just a sad existence. I don't know if they deserve love.
Yeah, they just kind of destroy everything because now you got Caleb Williams thinking about Lambeau and the fans. And, like, bro, just focus on being better. I'm glad my quarterback is chill, calm, cool, and collected. He's not out painting his nails
and married.
Courtside. He is a taken man. He sure is.
I think their lack of self-awareness is just it's irrational.
Caleb Williams deserves everything that's coming to him in Chicago.
Well, my favorite part about all of this is obviously this is no different than any other offseason. We could go every offseason and we'll have some material from Chicago Bears in the offseason that is either anti-Green Bay or somehow we won the offseason, we're going to be great. But to Brad's point about like seeing what Jordan Love is made of and absolutely like going to see if he's got a chip on his shoulder, I have a hard time with not just this clip, right? Because you talked about there's been other things we've been seeing about the Packers offense and, you know, the wide receivers and what that. Even locally, like it still baffles me that we have the opinion that the Packers defense is more likely to be better than the offense, like Jason Wilde, Mark Tauscher, Brian Bulaga. Like there's the belief in the defense. And I'm not saying the defense is going to be bad, but it's less than a year and 3 months ago, or I guess a little longer, but I'm saying heading into the playoffs last year, and even after the Dallas game, who was the darling of the NFL?
It was Jordan Love.
It was Jordan Love. And after one season in which he statistically, if you extrapolate when he didn't play, had a decent season from a statistics standpoint while being hurt, and probably, yes, he himself probably wishes he had played a little bit better. I don't understand it. I don't like. We really do live in the news cycle of 24 hours. What have you done for me lately? But I also find it hard to believe that Jordan Love's given us that much to completely to have everyone turn on the Packers offense.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because when I think about this Green Bay Packers offense, remember, you still have Josh Jacobs at running back, a guy that's going to give you 1,500 total yards, right? He's going to give you over 1,000 yards rushing, probably going to give you over 300-plus yards receiving, and still is a great receiving threat. But then on top of that, you add in the fact that the Green Bay Packers picked up a guy in the first round. Listen, Matthew Golden, we don't know what he's going to be, but typically when you pick a wide receiver in the first round, that means they have an extremely high ceiling, a very fast wide receiver that adds to a group that last season we know the group was not consistent enough, but it still was a pretty solid wide receiver group. A team that was top 10 in scoring, and then on top of that, you had a quarterback that was top 10 in touchdown passes, and they did that all despite what Ben talked about, the injuries that they had, the interceptions that he had, and being top 3 in drop passes. So this offense was still able to put up a lot of points, be a top 10 offense while going through a lot of growing pains. Now imagine this. We talked about the D-line and all the guys, taking the next step. Forget all them. When I think about a Jaden Reed going into his third season, that's really the next step. When I think about a Tate Wicks, that's really a next step. When I think about the growth of Tucker Kraft taking the next step, like those guys I have a lot of hope for. So when I look at this Packers offense, I truly think this is a great ascending offense, and we cannot forget how injured Jordan Love was, and he admitted that the injury played a role in some of his poor play that he had during last season. So we should not be trying to sit here and act like Jordan Love is a bad quarterback and we're going to sell low. I still have all the hope in the world that Jordan Love can be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan, the Bears fan on the Carbless talking text line is hitting Strofe right where it's going to hit him in the heart. He's in therapy, and yes, Strofe, Bears fans definitely need love.
Disagree. I hold steadfast. The world needs more love, but also you need to be deserving of love.
You need to be lovable.
You need to be lovable.
You need to be open to real love, not fraudulent love.
And the Chicago Bears, we can run down the list, right? Jay Cutler, Mitch Trubisky, Justin Fields, now Caleb Williams. Fake love.
We also just need to have, I think we have it. Anytime we had some nonsense during the offseason, now it's Bears propaganda, and then we just need to have Michelle Smallman, when she had ripped the Bears on unsportsmanlike.
Buried them.
We just need to play that after every negative thing about the Green Bay Packers from Chicago Bears fans.
She went in on them.
Yeah, I mean, I just
buried them.
It is astounding what Bears fans will say. It's almost too bad that the offseason is so long because they forget. They've got like bad Bear amnesia and how bad they truly are.
Well, let's welcome him into the program. A Bears fan, Ryan and Madison, here on the Carbless Talking text line. Go ahead, Ryan.
What's up, fellas? No, I just want to call in. Look, I admit I sounded like a psychopath when I was texting in all those. I was using talk to text. So
self-aware Bears fan.
I was shooting them off rather fast. Hey, we haven't earned jack. I get that. We are the winners of the offseason. I get that as well. I can't explain, and maybe this is my blue and orange color glasses, but I feel something different with this offseason.
Hey, Ryan, I did not tell Strofe to do that.
That was perfect timing. I feel something different about this offseason.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Never mind. Good job.
He had to get the hook.
Oh my God, he said that?
That's what he said.
He was doing so well.
He was.
I was actually going to get in Strofe's ear and say, you know what? He's not as delusional. I think you should give him some love. And then as soon as he had said, there's something different about this offseason.
Why? Because you change coaches again or change quarterbacks again. Like, that's what you do every single couple years. You make this change and something different. Yeah, because you did something different, but the results always stay the same.
Caleb Williams was trying to figure out, how do I avoid going to Chicago
He sure
pre-draft?
did.
They kind of buried that story quickly, but it's still a thing.
This is my rule of the program. I will always give Bears fans the floor. You're more than welcome to call it a KBN on the Cardinals Talking Text line. Always open to it. The moment you misstep,
this is the year. We're going to have a 4,000-yard passer. We're going to go further than the Packers.
The moment you misstep, you're gone.
We won the offseason.
There's plenty of buzzwords that'll get you.
Yeah, there's a million. And one of my favorite places that I was at was the AmFam Amphitheater on Friday to watch the Killers, and American Family Insurance set me up, and I know Kyle knows a lot about that.
Yes, we all know about American Family Insurance. And listen, for almost 100 years, they have been committed to making life better with the right home in auto protection. Also, you're free to enjoy your dreams. So always, y'all know with American Family Insurance, you should dream fearlessly, you should insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get yourself a quote today or find an agent at amfam.com. We all know somebody that's either an agent or know somebody that knows an agent. You know that they are there for those in Wisconsin. So make sure you get a quote or find an agent today by going to amfam.com. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You know what's next? Come on.
Wheel of Strofe.
Wake up back there. It's your time to shine next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Do you think?
Nope.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 5.5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $5. 9 to 16 ounce selected varieties Old Dutch tortilla or crunch chips or salsa, 2 for $5.50. 10 to 10.8 ounce selected varieties Bird's Eye frozen vegetables, 4 for $5. 18 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty plates or bowls, 2 for $5.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
What is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
And now for the Pella play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks, Gina Della from Pella. What a beautiful day to have new windows and doors installed.
Every day is beautiful because Pella installs year-round during all seasons.
And as Pella goes into another windup, it's so hard to guess that next pitch. The customizations seem endless.
And it doesn't have to be super expensive. Pella has a product line for every budget.
And if it is time for a major upgrade, rest easy by scoring no interest and no payments for up to 2 years.
Pella also provides a free in-home consultation, which includes a no-obligation quote.
That's always a great play because working with one of Pella's design experts is such a wonderful, no-pressure get-together. I know this from experience.
With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the USA, you can get the look you want at a price you can afford.
And there's no reason to wait with this incredible deal going on.
Get no interest and no payment for up to 2 years.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply in 6/30/2025.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is my blue and orange color glasses, but I feel something different with this offseason.
I take back my hey. It was a great job by Alex Strofe from Ryan in Madison, a Bears fan. They're winning the offseason, and this one feels different. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strophe running the show. You, KBN Nation, at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. Time now for the Wheel of Strofe.
It's time for the
Wheel of
Strofe. Another day, another dollar here on the Wheel of Strofe. I really thought I was going to get a reaction out of Brad on that one. It ended up being Ben. Here we go.
Wheel of Strofe.
What color is push-ups?
Red is always push-ups.
Okay, well, it's green to death.
Red for blood flow.
So, we have not had the... That's funny, bro. We have not had the opportunity, all four of us together, to unpack my first pitch from last week. And Kyle's.
I did a poll on Friday. Did you see that one? About your basketball? 78% say no. 22% of people believe that you could make...
With a rebounder?
100 threes, no rebounder in 90 minutes.
I'm not doing it without a rebounder. I voted no.
You would pass out.
Yeah,
I'd be done. I'd be
exhausted.
I'd be done. Yeah, I need a rebounder. I think I could do it with a rebounder. But so we've all talked about it. Me and Brad unpacked it Thursday. Kyle and Ben, you obviously unpacked it Friday. But there was one detail that I've noticed has been dragged into every show so far. And that was the fact that I told Ben Brust prior to throwing the first pitch that, hey, maybe you should throw on a catcher's mask. I thought that was a good call, even though it ultimately was a bad pitch. But I would tell anybody behind home plate, just in case. You know, you're getting married in 2 months. You don't want to mess up your face. What happened this weekend, Benny?
Can you see it when you just put me on YouTube?
You got a little ding on the face.
I was just curious.
Turn a little bit to your right.
Yeah, there it is.
Show the audience.
Ooh, what is that?
You can see a little bit of the ding on the nose.
Yeah.
For basketball, what happened? Somebody fouled your heart? One of them Nipple Boys fouled your heart? Out of
No,
excitement?
I had, unfortunately, a fiance's car breakdown. Had to get that towed on Saturday, so I met the tow truck. I got dropped off by a friend at the dealership. Went in, checked everything out. They're working on it. I run out because I was like, this person who dropped me off has been waiting longer than I expected. So, of course, I was just out of respect, wanted to run to the car. Run to the car, open the door, bam! Pop my face on the top edge of the door.
That is unreal.
You opened the door into your face?
I sure did.
The car door.
The car door. I open up the front door of the car, and then.
Do you know how hard
that
is
possible?
to do? What are you like bending over and getting in the car at the same time?
So the car, I was on the curb, and so the car was lower than it normally is, and it's a medium-sized SUV. So it just so happened that the height of the car door perfectly matched up with the edge, and it nailed my nose.
But what's your face doing so close? Don't you, like, as you pull, like, you kind of back up as you pull the door open? You don't pull your face closer.
Okay, I don't have a great reason other than I knocked myself because I was moving too fast.
My nose hurts thinking about that pain you endured from that nonsense.
That's quite a ding.
No, that's messed up.
So if you don't have the Band-Aid I put on that I texted you for the YouTube stream?
No, I figured blood on YouTube probably wasn't a good idea.
I have a Band-Aid.
No.
A nice rainbow
you
Band-Aid.
You got some blood right now on your nose. Will this heal by the wedding?
Yes.
It will. We got some time.
Everyone, like,
How?
2 months.
I do hurt myself quite a bit.
No,
it's really quite perplexing.
Stitches two times in the last 4 months.
People said me suggesting putting on a catcher's mask was a dumb idea. Let's just throw that out.
Because I knew you wouldn't come anywhere near the plate.
No, and that's fine, but that's not necessarily even the reason I was suggesting it.
But you were probably suggesting
No,
it
you were
for some
suggesting it
velocity.
thinking you were going to throw heat at my face.
Yeah, with a little bit of
and not
pepper on
sail
it.
baseball. Next topic.
Stroke throwing heat is a joke.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I do have a question. So I was watching the Brewers game yesterday, an unfortunate extra innings loss to the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, let them come back.
But our guy Isaac Collins, who's been awesome for this team, really nice surprise for this Brewers team. He made a play in the outfield where he ran into the wall in left field, and that is where they open the gate for like the racing sausages, for example, come through there. So it's a door. And he bursted through it. He hit the wall, and the door opened. I've never seen that in a Major League game. My question to you guys is, do you believe that was the pure brute strength of Isaac Collins opening that door, or did they leave it unlatched?
Unlatched.
It was probably a user error. Or even if it was latched.
That was like the 9th inning?
Even if it was latched, he could have hit it at an angle that popped it in a certain way to open it. Like,
it wasn't secure.
There's no chance that a truly secure door, someone could just run into it and it opens up.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
They
I've
use
run
like
into
a
car
battering
doors.
ram.
I
But
could
you're
maybe
the
go
one
through
who
it.
took the damage.
That is true.
Yeah, that door went through you.
I did look at the door. I was like, maybe it's a newish car. I should wipe off the blood remnants, and the door was just fine. It's just my nose that was bleeding.
How did this friend that picked you up, what was their response? Were they like, what the
You are
heck's wrong
the
with you?
clumsiest Division I athlete I've ever met in my entire life.
Former.
That checks
You
out.
weren't
You are
like this.
clumsy.
Yeah.
Somehow.
You weren't like this when you were.
No, I've
We
always
have,
been
bubble,
like this.
We bubble wrap you.
Yeah, before the wedding.
I have
yeah.
basketball tonight, and I'm nervous.
You gotta spend. You're asking for trouble.
I need to find.
But it's the wedding. Part of the wedding diet is to work out.
I need to find
It's a
the
risk.
clip from Made 'em Believe last Thursday at the Orpheum. But Frank Kaminsky told a great story about Coach Ryan and how he described you. Can you repeat kind of what he said?
Why don't we tease that there'll be some great clips from Made 'em Believe from June 26th, and when we have that audio, this won't be the last time that I run into something.
But effectively he said, meh, meh, meh.
No, that's why I said.
Wow,
that's why I said
butchered.
we got to let Frank tell the story. And you could also call Frank anytime to have him tell that story.
Are you
He
friends
did
with
such
Frank
a good
now?
job at imitating that.
I wouldn't say I'm friends with Frank, no.
Are they gonna? Is Bo Ryan gonna remember you now?
I purposely avoided him.
I don't think you guys ever.
We never crossed paths. I purposely avoided him.
For
your wedding.
Yeah, well,
the bit at your wedding?
Yeah.
When I'm going to walk up to him and say, hey, how do you know Ben?
Yeah.
After seeing him in person and him talking about those great teams, any part of you having second thoughts?
I mean, he's intimidating as hell.
He is intimidating.
Strope's going to crack.
And don't get me wrong. I think of all the coaches in the history of Wisconsin sports, he's probably like Mount Rushmore for me.
Yeah,
of my
he should.
favorites.
I would agree. And probably true Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, with Barry. Probably with McCarthy because I was alive
McCarthy?
for
What
alive
about
for the Super Bowl?
Lombardi?
I wasn't alive for him. I'm saying in my life.
your life.
So yeah, he's intimidating. I'm really nervous to do it because I think he He has to know I'm doing a bit.
No, he's old now.
He doesn't.
He's losing a little bit of fastball now.
What would you say his sense of humor is? Would you find humor in it?
After I play it on the show and send him the clip and he can fully understand what's going on.
Do you think I'm going to get roped into a long conversation? Because
what else do you have to
after
do?
he says,
Don't you want that?
After, yes, I do. But after he says, I'm the old ball coach, I can't be like, oh, what'd you coach?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You're not from here.
Ben's high school coach.
But
Mundelein High School?
What do I say when I ask him, when he asks me who I am? Like, how do I know the bride?
Dude, you need an alias. You clearly haven't thought this through.
Like cousin of the bride.
Wedding Crasher style.
Cousin
from
of the
New
bride.
Hampshire, and
Yeah. I like the New Hampshire play. I'm from New Hampshire. I'm a second cousin of the bride.
Yeah.
Uncle Ned's
work,
kids.
You work in telecommunications. You know?
I do. It's
something that's not going to give like follow-up questions.
And something that's going to completely bore
You know what's
him.
funny? I tell my neighbors that's what I do.
Telecommunications?
I say communications.
Why don't you tell them about the show, Kyle?
Because I don't need them knowing what I do.
They
when I
could be a
talk
part of
about
KBN
it.
Nation.
But here's
No,
the thing, Brad. He talks about his neighbors poorly often. That'd be a bad idea.
And the dog running around the neighborhood.
He's got that dog under control.
Oscar?
Oh, I forgot what it was. It hasn't been running lately.
You don't remember the dog?
It's not Oscar.
She's just yelling.
Human names for dogs, man. It's the best.
Patricia and Bruce are ours.
Yeah. Bruce is a great dog.
And Bentley's not.
No, that's a dog.
Bentley, that's the name from the girl from the 16 and Pregnant.
Wonderful.
Team Mom. Team Mom.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Y'all ain't never, wait a minute. Y'all never heard of Bentley from Team Mom?
No.
No.
Y'all didn't watch MTV?
I watched Team
Yeah,
Mom.
and I guarantee that 90% of our audience has no idea what you're talking about.
Bentley's a person.
No. Bentley's
a dude or a girl?
800-990-3776. Text if you know who Bentley is. Bentley from Tennessee.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, see, the thing about me is I like
You
a little
like crazy.
I like crazy. I like a little excitement in my life. I like a little bit of drama.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Favre, Rodgers, Love, great player, great player, great player. If you're in the crowd that believes he is going to be on par with those other two, then this is a pivotal year for him to show that he is capable of doing that.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
There's a difference between we can win with him and we win because of him.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire Up Your Fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Attend the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Gates open at 6 with music from Hot Rod, Huey and the B-Sides, starting at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with Hot Rod, Huey and the B-Sides.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
If you're a motorist of the four-wheel variety, please watch out for those of us in Wisconsin who do their traveling on two wheels. Adjust your mirrors to reduce your blind spots. Allow motorcyclists a full lane width. Use your turn signal when merging or changing lanes. And allow more following distance between you and the motorcycle. Motorists and motorcyclists can work together to achieve zero preventable deaths on Wisconsin roads. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
With more than 35,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served more than 5 million people globally. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Sip into a flawless summer. Hey, it's KBN's Brad Nortman. Let carbless, ready-to-drink cocktails be your passport to pool parties, patio hangouts, cookouts, and pure summer bliss. Carbless is here to spark a summer of flavor and fun. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and of course, all the good vibes. From fruity flavors to refreshing fizz, Carbless stands out in a sea of same-old seltzers. See what flavors fit your summer. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com and enter to win a flawless summer prize pack today.
Transform the way you do business with Fifth Third Bank's Commercial Payments Solutions. Our market expertise and managed services streamline your entire payment process, seamlessly integrating with your existing systems to give you unparalleled control. Discover new revenue sources, save time, reduce operating costs, and boost your bottom line with our customized payment solutions. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I miss you. Made me miss that love I ain't had in a long time. I miss the way you love me. Fuck, I miss the way you hate me too. Miss the way you make me.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. KBN Nation at 800-9. Dump for Madison if they didn't get it. You should have screamed that. 800-990-ESPN, the Carbless Talking text line. List is more. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Yeah. Great job, everyone. Great Monday. Brad, you're in a little bit of a pickle.
I sure am. We're coming off a very eventful weekend. We already talked about the naked bike ride and segment run, and all the Jacksonville ladies staying with us. Lexi's baby shower was on Sunday. Went off beautifully. It was also Lexi's 35th birthday yesterday.
Hey,
happy birthday.
June, baby.
A June baby.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, First Lady of the Nortman Estate. Here's the pickle, though. I bought her a little something, nothing crazy, but I'm not going to reveal it because she could be listening. I bought her a little something, and it got delayed, and it should be arriving today. So we are one day removed from her birthday, and I'm thinking to myself, it's going to arrive in a box. Do I even wrap it? Her birthday has come and gone. The excitement has peaked yesterday, now coming down to earth, and life just continues on. I'm thinking I'm just going to receive the package, say, thank you, mailman. Here you go, Lexi. Happy birthday.
No.
Why wrap it at this point? It makes no sense.
No.
No what?
You're already late. You got to go the extra mile. You got to wrap it. You got to go get something else.
My man's wasn't late. The delivery was late. He ordered it on time, but it got delayed.
No.
You, Brad.
Is it on time? Did he build in enough time for it to get there with a potential
How long
delay?
Have y'all been dating?
I know Strofe is with me here.
Together.
Together or married?
That doesn't mean it's an excuse for him to do less.
15 and a half years.
This man does a lot of stuff. The whole point of wrapping a gift is the fact that you unwrap the gift and you see what it is. It's a surprise. Now, if you get a gift in a box, I'm assuming it's going to be in a box, right?
I think it's going to be in a box.
It's going to be in a box, and what do you get to do? You get to get a little knife or a key. You get to go open up that box and see what it is.
Kyle, you're such a hypocrite. If this was you and you were like, it's in a box?
No.
You didn't wrap it?
Listen, let's save the paper. Save the tree.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what you'd be thinking.
I would be.
Right away off the bat, 800-990-3776 in the Carbless Talk and text line. Brad ordered a gift for his wife of a long time. How many years?
15 and a half years.
Yeah, and so now you think you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
He says,
it's plenty.
Do I need to wrap it or can I just give her the box?
Yeah.
Cody says it didn't get delayed. Brad forgot to order in time, which I agree. You didn't build enough time.
Scathing
Jim,
accusation.
wrap it. Duh. This is a no-brainer. Strofe, the man of all things love, what would you say on this?
You got to wrap it.
Oh,
you also have to go find something else.
What? Wait a minute. Whoa.
That's what I said.
You guys,
even if it's small, our favorite candy.
Oh, what did you say? You don't even give gifts to the day of.
Your main gift got delayed. Wait, when was it?
Yesterday. It's too late.
Oh, I missed that detail. You got her nothing? You didn't even
I got her something. It was delayed.
It's a diva.
It was delayed. It was supposed to arrive originally on Saturday.
Oh, so you had a full 24 hours to figure it out.
Well, yeah, I just figured, okay, it's just not going to arrive.
So how did you wish her a happy birthday?
Happy birthday.
Cards.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, he had 15 cards
one from her.
How many cards do you have to return? Chris chimes in.
Well, that's a good point. No card return after the fiasco from Target last time. One card. I got her like a air quotes card from the boys.
Yeah.
From our little baby.
Well, first and foremost, she's not entitled to a gift anyway. The fact that he got her a gift.
Oh, wow. You're having a rough show.
A card is all you need. Now, a gift is optional. You don't need a gift, y'all. The gift is love. The gift is life. The gift is together.
That's a little far from me.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, you're going to get a gift, but, she shouldn't be like, oh, my gosh, you didn't give me. The gift's going to come, baby. It's going to come the next day. We're going to focus on the card today, and then you're going to get your gift on Monday.
I just think the fact that she can't open it on her actual birthday defeats the purpose.
Which is why you need to wrap it and then also get something small as I'm sorry it's late.
No.
Wow.
Brad, these fools don't understand. When you locked in the way you locked in, she ain't worried about that. She ain't mad about that.
So Kyle's saying you should take advantage of her. That's what I'm hearing.
Bradley, would you care? You didn't even. Matter of fact, when you got your little backpack,
it's not about
blower,
Brad.
You didn't care if it was wrapped, did you?
No, I didn't. I don't think it actually was wrapped.
Exactly. And did you say, "Oh my gosh, Lexi, this isn't a wrap. I don't want this."
Unfortunately,
is terrible.
Brad lives a traditionalist life. There's a double standard here in his life where I believe he needs to be bigger than what he's doing right now.
I do.
I'm disappointed in Brad Nortman, the husband, right now.
I do believe that Lexi deserves the finest birthday, but the fact of the matter is
you can't say that.
The fact of the matter is this,
I will
Brad.
say.
The fact of the matter is this.
How about this, though?
The key to a good relationship, the little things.
Yeah, tell Bradley Nortman, the guy who's been in a relationship for 15 and a half years, the key to stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I bet his wife's not happy with him.
What if I told you this, though?
He didn't deny it.
She's cool. She's cool.
Oh, that screams she's happy with me.
Dude, she is carrying your child.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
And you got doing a great job.
How about this?
She's a middle linebacker.
How about
doing
this?
a great job.
She's really putting in the work. How about this little wrinkle, though? So Lexi's sister, Ashley, lives in Charlotte. We used to live in Charlotte. There's this bakery that she loved when we lived there. So Ashley and I coordinated that her birthday cake was going to be from Charlotte.
Oh,
so
my
Ashley
gosh, that's a
back
gift within
with
itself.
And be able to surprise her with that.
That doesn't...
So her birthday cake was a big surprise.
That's awesome.
It was from, that's right.
You know how surprised she was. Y'all don't understand when women.
She's like, this is from Charlotte.
When women like desserts, and we know they like desserts. She's pregnant. I'm not trying. I'm sure she likes.
We know they like desserts. You've made a lot of strong generalizations.
I'm telling you, my mama, she love her some Simmies, and my girl, she love her some
Simmies.
Yeah, I don't eat. That's how you say it. I don't. It's someplace. And one thing they love is they love desserts. So if you got your girl, your wife, the mother of your child, a cake from her favorite restaurant from state over state over state over state. You know how many states that is away?
That's probably at
and
least
you
7
surprise
states.
her with that cake. Oh my gosh! In front of all the ladies, they all went
in front
home.
of all the ladies. That's
they
right.
went home to their man
That's right.
and
said, no. Guess what Brad did? He forgot to get her a gift.
No, I didn't forget. I have the tracking of it.
This is a good. Wait, so the cake is the gift?
No, the cake is
the cake already came.
That's just part of.
Okay, that's great. That's the little things. That's good.
There's like a cake, and then there's a gift, and then it's just making her feel like
little.
special.
That's a big deal.
But
big deal.
We couldn't do flowers on her actual birthday.
Well, so the flowers from Mother's Day are still alive. So I know that was 2 months ago, but and there were flowers at the baby shower, which was also yesterday. So you have plenty of showers.
That's too many flowers.
Plenty of showers.
No candy.
No candy.
No, she don't need that.
No, she's good on that.
They don't eat sugar in that household.
The cake was a hit. The cake was a hit.
See?
All ladies from Jacksonville were like exactly as Kyle. Oh my God.
told you.
Thoughtful. So thoughtful.
Brad, they don't know what they talking
They don't
about.
know.
Ben doesn't get gifts to the day of.
She's going to
appreciate.
She's going to appreciate me just giving her the box. She's going to say thank you for not wrapping.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm disappointed.
We're an hour into the show. Ben, I believe you have been the MVP.
Thank you.
Wow.
I believe there is a case to make for all three of us as the LVP.
No doubt.
No.
LVP.
Kyle
excuse
started
me.
horribly.
What?
This segment, I'm not going to talk about you. And Brad, I had a lot of respect for you as a husband, and things have changed today.
Oh,
We're back in
wow.
2 minutes. I need you guys to be MVPs coming up.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 5.5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $5. 9 to 16 ounce selected varieties Old Dutch tortilla or crunch chips or salsa, 2 for $5.50. 10 to 10.8 ounce selected varieties Bird's Eye frozen vegetables, 4 for $5. 18 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty plates or bowls, 2 for $5.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
What is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
I feel like I need to start the show over. It is a great day to be alive on this Monday.
I think we've been cooking. How about
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, we're all together. Strofe running the show.
Kinda.
Not even doing his best. Not even doing his best. You can get into the show at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line. List is more. As always, see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, and download and listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Now, there was a trade in the NFL today. The Dolphins traded their cornerback Jalen Ramsey to the Pittsburgh Steelers, to the Pittsburgh Steelers and Jonnu Smith, the tight end, for Minka Fitzpatrick.
Here he goes. He's falling too. Off his high and mighty horse. There you go. Come join us.
He has fallen. The Madden curse. The Madden
Minka
curse.
Fitzpatrick.
What's his name?
Minka.
And last name?
Fitzpatrick.
All together now.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
LVP.
So, I don't want this to turn into the Packers need to make a trade or this, that, thing. If we are asking the Packers to do something outside of the realm of what they've shown us they've done in the last 10 years, then we're getting too far away from what I think is the discussion. Because Kyle brought up the thought that, hey, are they why don't the Packers do stuff? And he knows, he's just frustrated as a fan. He knows why they don't, because it's the way that they run their organization. Now, my question then would be, if they did make moves like this, how many moves away are they? from being a championship team.
Yeah, see, I'm always I'm not jealous. I'm more envious of the fact that I know the Green Bay Packers always make the smart move, but they don't make that move that's going to put them over the hump. They make
splash. They don't make the splash.
Yeah, they
move.
just make the moves to say, all right, well, we're going to be competitive. So I'm always envious when I see things like this. And I don't think the Steelers are over a hump, but I think they're trying, right? And Aaron Rodgers last year as the Green Bay Packers, I don't think they were trying enough to make the moves to put him in a position to win the championship. So if you ask me, are we a player or two away? I think we're 2 players away. We lost Jair Alexander, who, again, he had health issues, but I still think the Green Bay Packers have issues with the cornerback room and the defensive line. Now, I will say there are very few players in the NFL that can make a big impact for this football team, and this is a pipe dream, but a move for a guy like a Trey Hendrickson or a guy like a TJ Watt would mean that they are 1 player away. But we're talking about defensive MVP type player. That's the type of player they're away from making a Super Bowl run.
That's more than 1 player.
No,
because they're so rare.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they do more. They do like 3 players worth of impact.
They're rare, but they both may be available.
Yeah, but Trey Hendrickson's been available, and the Packers haven't even been a part of a conversation.
Because the Packers don't like to go all in to win a championship. The Packers want to just play it out, see how it goes, and then talk about.
But here's the thing: you want.
4, I tell you.
Well, here's the thing, Kyle. Like you want to get all up in arms about the way the Packers are organizationally structured and how they do things, but there still is no guarantee that if the Packers do go more all in than they've ever gone before, that they win your championship. And if they don't win your championship, then you're in a spot in which you're trying to rebuild from a spot you're unfamiliar with because it's not how they've done business.
But they still have to take small, calculated risks, so to speak, right? Because
in Goody's mind, he is.
Well, I think back to what Josh Jacobs said around the Super Bowl back in February when asked, are the Packers like a guy away? And he literally said, I think they're 3 pieces away. That's the problem with the Packers, right? Is now that the offseason has come and gone, I still think they're 3 pieces away. The Packers are just steady as they go. Where it's just like, you know what? We're going to remain somewhere between good and great, but we're never going to quite be great unless there's just a collective improvement from the guys that we have in-house, which is hard to rely on. So for me, Josh Jacobs himself said, I think we're 3 pieces away. I think the Packers are still 3 pieces away. You had a guy in Jair Alexander, right? I think they're 3 pieces away. You're at least 1 D lineman. You're at least 1 cornerback. And then I think you need either a really great linebacker or a really great offensive weapon. Just give me one of those 3. I think with those 3, you would be able to say this team is a true championship contender. But maybe they were down to 2. You could have argued 2 before Jair. But that's just another way that the Green Bay Packers aren't willing to go outside their comfort zone. We know that the contract that he signed with Baltimore was super reasonable, Jair Alexander. Maybe he would have needed a little bit more from the Green Bay Packers. We don't know. But to keep him on something reasonable, to try to do something that, maybe traditionally the Packers don't do, just go a little outside your comfort zone, take some calculated risks, and maybe, just maybe, you get that opportunity. But it just seems like they're always 2 to 3 players away. Feels like we've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, and then when I look at teams that have been in the Super Bowl the last 5 seasons, when you look at the Buccaneers, what did the Buccaneers do when they won the Super Bowl?
They went for it with some guys.
They went for it. That's exactly what you do. The L.A. Rams, when they won the Super Bowl, what they do?
They also went for it.
They went for it. The Philadelphia Eagles lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, but both those teams rebuilt when A.J. Brown ended up being on the the Eagles, and they won this year. In the San Francisco 49ers, you know that they went all in. You have to go all in, and you have to attempt to try to go all in to win the championship.
What you're missing with a lot of those teams is the players that they drafted themselves turned out to be players that were actually contributing at a high level in which the Packers have not been able to do.
Great drafting GMs, for sure.
I mean, I think the Packers have done a pretty good job. They have not done a great job, but I really feel like if they get a guy that can be a game wrecker on the defensive line, right? I feel like they are 1 piece away. I don't think you need all these multiple pieces. We talked about it earlier. I don't think the offense is that far off. Is this a Super Bowl championship offense? I think it's still to be seen, but this is an offense that can compete with anybody? I believe so.
The offense all hinges on Jordan Love's ability to work with Matt LaFleur in year 3 if he stays healthy. But again, to me, I just keep going back to, I feel you guys in conversation wanting them to do more, which I get. But I don't see why doing more at this time and where the Packers are at in their journey makes any sense.
So you think at some point the Packers will do more?
I'm not saying they will, but I'm not gonna ask for them to do it right now because I don't think they're in a spot where they are going to make a move and it automatically changes them into a Super Bowl caliber team. They're plus 2,000 to win the Super Bowl. They're like 8th to 10th in anywhere you find.
So it'll just
one
be another,
player doesn't switch that.
It'll be another wild card year and a roster full of
everyone wants to win a Super Bowl. There's 31 other teams.
Ben, so how do the Packers get closer?
How do the Packers get closer? Jordan Love needs to be what they expect him to be, what they sign him to be.
Okay,
the offense needs to continue to develop, and then Goody needs to do again. I'm not a Goody stan, so to me, it's not going to happen until Goody's done picking defensive players that aren't going to be impactful in the first round. Because when you look back in the Goody tenure of defensive players picked, the defensive line is all his footprint. It's all of his footprint, and we've seen it in a 4-3. We've seen it in a 3-4, and if it doesn't happen, we're just going to keep saying, oh, well, and maybe next year they just got a new defensive line coach. Like the cornerback situation, they didn't backfill that position that well, in my opinion. It's yet to be seen. Yeah. But it all goes back to how much investment they've made in the draft on defense. And if this defense isn't good, I point the finger at Goody because it's about talent at this point. Yeah, we know what the guys are.
Yeah, I get it. We know what the guys are, but I wholeheartedly believe and I strongly support the fact that if Goody were to get a guy, and again, this is a pipe dream, but the question is how many players away? And if the Green Bay Packers were to get a guy of the caliber of a TJ Watt or a Trey Hendrickson, I promise you, the odds for the Green Bay Packers to win a Super Bowl would definitely get closer to one. You're helpful. You're better than me than that.
It would change.
It would definitely change to be what, 1,500?
Yeah.
16. It would change because the Green Bay, it changes the conversation.
One player to move Super Bowl odds like that is really tough.
The Packers
really tough.
The Packers
and
are
that's
not
the thing.
that far
This isn't going to happen.
They've lost to the team.
This isn't going to happen
to
though.
the Super Bowl and back to back.
But that doesn't mean that the team was built to go to the Super Bowl. Kyle.
It does seem like they're fairly far off. They're a really good team. But they don't feel great unless there's a collective step forward.
You just said they're not going to win the division with me on Friday, and now you're acting like you're their best supporter.
Whoa. I said they're not going to win the division, but you're talking about putting a guy who can be a difference maker on their defense. That changes a lot of different things. If this defense can get after other teams' quarterbacks, then that takes a lot of pressure off the cornerback position that I feel is just an average cornerback room. We still have very good safeties. I believe in what we can do at the slot corner spot. It's just on the outsides I'm not confident. But if you bring in a guy who is a top-tier pass rusher to add with the guys that I think are just average or above average pass rushers, that changes the whole face of this defense. A defense that was already top 10 last year. So again, I really think.
So you think they're one great player away?
He's wrong.
They're one great.
He's wrong.
There are a few.
No, sure. You can feel that. You can feel that all
Unless
you
Jordan
want.
Love's like an MVP.
This is a team that won 10 games.
That's the difference. But we can't say that until he does it.
Yeah. A team that won 9 games and 11 games. The team is getting better, and I feel like a great defensive player can make.
You do wear your green and gold glasses. We will discuss this with Jason Wilde, who joins us next across ESPN Wisconsin on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a tool. My name is Ben Brust, and I'm a tool.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we got typical delays right now. Southbound on 41 coming in from Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. The northbound side slowing just before Mayfair Road up towards Hampton. Also, southbound 43 backing up from Good Hope Road all the way down past Silver Spring. Northbound's just a little bit tight right past Hampton. And then we've got westbound 94 just a little bit backed up coming out of the stadium interchange around Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Scattered storms ending early, clearing then a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 83. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
Yes, it'd be awesome to see him take the Rodgers year 3 jump, the Favre year 3 jump, but he's going to be the quarterback for the foreseeable future here.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
So when you keep saying pivotal year, I just wonder what is that fulcrum point that you actually think is going to happen?
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you can burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire up your fantasy. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Erica, it's good to see you.
How are things at our amazing Germantown location?
Absolutely fantastic.
We heard you had a bold idea. What is it? We're celebrating our 45th year in business, so I think we should give away some natural diamonds. Wow, that is a bold idea. How many and how big? 3/4 of a carat. 9 natural diamonds, each one clarity enhanced for maximum brilliance. 1 diamond for each store.
How should we mount them, Erica?
We'll give them away as diamond pendants.
So each of the 9 Kessler stores will have their own diamond pendant to give away?
Yeah, and all a person will have to do is to walk into a store and register to win. Can a person travel to all 9 stores and register at each one? Yeah, why not? And people will have from now until July 28th to register.
I'm in.
Me too.
It's unanimous, and people should bring in all their old jewelry so that we can professionally clean it for them for free.
That makes so much difference.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. The Wolf of Wall Street was on the other day when I was flipping through channel. Great family film.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I'm a naturally inquisitive person.
Holding everybody accountable.
If you feel better about that, I'm happy to do so.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Jason Wilde. Listen to Jason 9 to noon across these very stations. Alongside old team Mark Tauscher. Jason, what is going on?
Not a lot. What's going on with you guys?
We're doing well. We're doing well. How much did Tausch tell you about the Killers? Was it basically the whole show?
No, he didn't tell me much about it at all because I think he felt bad because I think he assumed that I wasn't available when I actually was. So when Evan Cohen wasn't able to go, there were some tickets available, and I didn't get an invite, and I made him feel bad. So he did not rub my face with it.
Jason?
Yeah, I think
he's
no
higher
offense,
up on the
Kyle,
list than you.
But I host a show with him I wouldn't expect Brad or Ben to invite me instead of you to something.
Oh, Ben didn't even think about it.
I think I rank a little bit higher.
I only had an extra ticket,
Nice.
so I went with my fiance.
Well, Tausch asked to come to my wedding, so.
And you caved.
That's true.
And yeah, well, looks like he's on the B list.
He invited himself to the wedding?
He did, and now he's on the B list.
The B list.
Ben has
Already?
a B list.
So you made fun of me for a B list, and now
Where do we fall?
It took a week for me to decide a B list. Oh, you guys are coming. I ain't playing with y'all.
Okay.
Where's Jason?
What about Jason?
Jason, what that money look like? What type of gifts you give?
I'm not coming.
All
You're
right,
good.
then. It's been decided.
He's busy that day.
Jason, I don't want this to be a look what the Steelers are doing for Aaron Rodgers. It just was
Uh-oh.
What do you mean?
Here we go. No, because because your caveat there is basically a public admission that it's kind of what that is.
No, it's not. It's more so it is the big news right now from an NFL trade standpoint is a team getting aggressive post-draft. And I don't think the Packers are going to do that because they haven't shown that they would make that aggressive of a move post-draft. My point that I'm going to is Kyle thinks they're one type of player, like an MVP caliber defensive player, away from being a Super Bowl championship contender. I disagree. Do you?
Wait, what does Kyle think? They're one, like, what player are they one?
A Trey Hendrickson or a TJ Watt?
There's been rumors. Adam Schefter shared that TJ Watt, some teams are watching him, and so I'm just saying they're that type of player away from being a Super Bowl championship contender. That's what I believe the Packers are.
Well, maybe Rashawn Gary will just morph into that player, and then they don't have to trade for anybody.
Maybe I'll get a little bit taller.
Something.
Maybe Tausch will give you a good gift for your wedding. I don't know if they're one player away. Like, I think they've got a bunch of really good players, right? Like, the idea that they're one player away, I think, I can't remember which show I said this on, but it was one of my better lines, and there's so few of them that they're easy to remember.
Too many to remember.
On the old Saturday Scramble. That's kind of you to say, Ben. It might have been on the Saturday Scramble that I said they probably are one player away, but that player is probably on their roster. And what I mean by that is that they've got a bunch of guys, and I know the four of us have talked about this, or the five of us, sorry, Strofe, have talked about this previously, that they got so many guys in such pivotal years that if a few of them pop, they're in a really, really good spot, in my opinion. Like, I feel like they've, if Reed becomes a 1,000-yard receiver, which he hasn't been that far off on, but obviously last season, he faded down the stretch. If Dontavion Wicks plays like he is capable of, and if we apply the Homer rule of don't judge a player based on what he does when he does poorly, judge him based on what he does when he does well, but he's got to be more consistent with that. But he could be a big-time player for them. If Tucker Kraft continues to elevate, but they also get Luke Musgrave, who certainly showed moments when he wasn't lacerating a kidney or breaking his ankle of being a playmaker, that maybe he's that player that they are away. And then we know whether it's Love, whether it's Rashawn Gary, whether it's Devontae Wyatt, whether it's Quay Walker, whether it's Lucas Van Ness. There's a bunch of guys that have not played up to the level of either their draft selection or, in Rashawn Gary's case, their draft selection or his contract extension. I mean, he got a $96 million contract. Has he been a $96 million player?
What was it, top 5 when he signed at the time?
So my point is that they may be a player or maybe two players away, but those guys may emerge from their existing roster. And if that happens, look, I think they're a potentially really good team that plays a really difficult schedule. And you get in the tournament and anything can happen. And if your quarterback gets hot, I don't see them as being a non-Super Bowl contender. I don't see them as a Super Bowl favorite. To me, the biggest thing with this team is, and I know Jair missed a bunch of time, and I know Love played hurt for a portion of the season, but they stayed largely healthy last year, healthier than a lot of NFL teams do, like the 49ers, like the Lions. I don't think they're deep enough to survive, a significant number of injuries to key players. I just don't. The corner group, I remember us talking before the draft, and I said that I still thought corner was the number one need. Like, they didn't draft for need. Like, wide receiver this year, they do have a bunch of guys that can play. Now, I think Matthew Golden looks like a player who could be really, really good. I don't know what his numbers will be as a rookie, but I said that I thought corner was their biggest need because I didn't expect Jair to be back, and he wasn't. But now, like, they're a twisted ankle or two away from playing at least two guys in their sub packages who have next to zero NFL experience. And those are the kinds of things that would make me nervous if I was a Packers fan.
Jason, last offseason, it felt like Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur were the darlings of the NFL. But this offseason, I feel like I've heard nothing but disrespect when it comes to the offense and Jordan Love and their capabilities. And you know them more than we do, of course. Do you think they hear it? Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love specifically. We know the receivers are hearing it. And two, what's their personalities in that? How do you think they'll respond? Is it like Michael Jordan, Aaron Rodgers, chip on your shoulder, or is it using a motivation, or you just kind of tuck it away?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, Brad, because I would tell you this, like the reason why they were viewed that way a year ago is because they won 3 in a row to close the regular season to make the playoffs. They were kind of the team nobody wanted to mess with in the postseason, as the Cowboys found out, as they went in there and whooped them. And then for 3 quarters, they had the 49ers, who ultimately went to the Super Bowl, on the ropes. So everything was puppy dogs and ice cream and sunshine and rainbows because of how they finished. And everybody remembers how you finish, right? That's what Washington is this year, right? Where I looked at what Washington did down the stretch, and their quarterback and their coach and their GM, and everybody's brilliant over there because of the way they finished. Nobody really remembers, what they did early in the season. They made it to an NFC championship game with a rookie starting quarterback. And so if you're looking at why the Packers, narrative and the appreciation for their guys' success or accomplishments has dipped, it's because they lost 3 in a row, including their playoff game, to end the season. I mean, and that's how they should be looked at. So, I don't know if they're thinking about how we're talking about them or how the national media is talking about them. Maybe LaFleur is, maybe, but I don't think so. I just think that they're more, from the perspective of, man, we really had this thing kind of humming at the end of 2023. And, this is what prompted Goody to say what he did about urgency. Like he said, we have to remember we lost our last 3 games. So that started at the top. And so, again, I think that there is an urgency. Whether or not you feel like they showed it enough in player acquisition is certainly a fair debate. But the bottom line is they are not coming into this season as the darlings of the NFL who had such a hot finish last year. They're the exact opposite.
Jason Wilde joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin with an eager Kyle Wallace.
Yeah, Jason, so there's some big weddings happening in Packer Nation where Aaron Rodgers got married earlier this year, and then we just saw Jordan Love get married this past weekend. And I want to know
which
wedding would you prefer to go to, Rodgers' wedding or the Love wedding?
Well, I gotta be honest. I don't really want to go to any of those weddings.
Really?
Again, if they invite the girls, then I'm more interested. We went to a wedding a couple weekends ago. The girls were invited. Jesse likes to complain that I didn't come to his wedding, even though it was at the Tundra Lodge, which is about 12 minutes from my house.
Oh wow!
But again, if the girls aren't going, I'm not all that interested. They love weddings. I don't like to get dressed up. I'll say this: I love the ceremonies, but again, the food is usually hit or miss. I don't drink, so I enjoy the ceremonies. I love to cry at weddings, and I teared up at Jeff and Monroe's son Kevin and his new wife Carrie, who is a good friend of our family's. I love the ceremonies, and apparently, did Rodgers have one?
That's why I said when Kyle said,
Hold on. I hate to use this word against you, Jason, but little diva-y by you, right? Four plates instead of 2 at every wedding you go to?
I don't understand what you mean.
The cost per plate,
the
four
cost per
versus
plate,
2?
And you won't attend a wedding unless your whole family is there. So that's 4 plates versus just a plate for you and Paula.
we make sure that the gift is commensurate with the amount of food being served to us.
Oh,
maybe you should invite him, Kyle.
No. How old them girls is down to 18?
Will the high roller?
They eat the kids' meal. I give them the kids' meal, some chicken tenders, some macaroni.
When you don't go to many weddings, you can save up for the ones that everyone gets invited to. So we're good. No, boy, that was out of left field. I don't know. I don't know about that one there, Strofe. Yeah, I think
he got after you pretty hard. I was trying to move the conversation forward, and he grabbed the ball like he was on the Saturday Summerfest show, running it by himself.
Good answer, Jason. Good answer.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, keep that in mind when you someday tie the knot.
He said he ain't
invitations.
Not gonna be there.
At the rate he operates, the girls will be off at college. They won't be available, and then we'll only cost 2 plates, and then we can get you a much cheaper.
That's the opposite.
Oh wow, we're attacking each other. Stroh first, Wilde, right punch, left punch.
Stay to the Packers this Saturday.
Oh, that's gonna be great. I do love that. What time, Stroh? Tell everyone.
12-3, right here on 94.5 ESPN. Also, I believe a 100.5 ESPN, July 5th. So right after the holiday, 12-3. Myself, Jason, and Gabe Neitzel.
Real quick question, Jason. Speaking of marriage and all that kind of stuff, my blushing bride from years ago turned 35 yesterday. And the
put her
gift
business out like that.
Yeah, well, she's a beautiful 35. So when I got her present, it was quite a while ago, at least a week, and it got delayed in shipping. And it's arriving today.
What a shame.
Her birthday, tariffs. Her birthday was yesterday. Here's my question, Jason. It's going to arrive in a box today. The crescendo of the birthday is kind of come and gone. I'm good just to give her the box, right? I don't need to wrap it.
No.
Thank you, Jason.
No, you don't need to
aren't you
wrap
disappointed in Brad on this take, Jason?
I am. So disappointed.
Jason, just be practical.
Look. First of all, I understand you guys got a lot going on right now. And I get it.
She's got a little bit more going on, if you know what I mean.
Indeed. She's building a human.
That.
So I would just say this. Yes, maybe the timing, you would have liked to have had it before the birthday, but this is almost like, you're saying crescendo has passed. The music has dipped, but there's still that afterglow of your birthday, and now you can raise it back up if you play this right.
Oh, wow.
Wrap the gift. Have a little, a touching little soliloquy, about the gift coming late, but you know what a patient person she is. She puts up with you all the time.
Well,
like there's a way to rekindle the birthday magic a few days late because of the arrival of the gift. So yeah, definitely wrap it. Come on, man.
I just really don't want to.
Thank you, Jason.
Don't wrap it.
Don't listen to Kyle.
Don't
listen to Strofe, Ben, and Jason.
I'll literally wrap it. For 5 minutes later, she'll just open it up.
Exactly. Don't waste your time. She doesn't care.
I'm literally the only person on the panel other than you that's actually married, right?
Yeah, until Ben in about a couple months.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know why you listen to Kyle and Strofe, especially.
Well, Strofe was on the, not only do you wrap it, you get her another gift.
Yeah.
You got to give her something the day of. That's crazy.
I love you a card.
So wait, so you did not give her a gift on her birthday?
No, he did. She got a cake from 7 states away, and Brad thinks that suffices.
Yeah, but I mean, she's gonna get the present. She's just a little delayed.
Man,
at this point,
who knew relationships hinged on gifts and things like that?
Doesn't.
What happened to love? What happened to rich or poor? What happened to that? Huh?
He played in the NFL. They're doing just fine.
And on that note, thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
Wow, we end on a note of me agreeing with Strofe, which is not the plot twist I saw coming here. Again, State of the Packers 12-3 on Saturday from Summerfest.
No one can plug themselves better than Jason Wilde and Alex Strofe across ESPN Wisconsin.
He's the best man. We've been bickering recently. I think we've been seeing too much of each other.
Find out what's going on at Pick and Save and Metro Market today and tomorrow. It's your last chance. What's wrong?
Palermo's is fire. The barbecue chicken pizza I got was off the chain.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh. It was so good.
Buy one, get one at Metro Market and Pick and Save stores. Get one through July 11th. It's a great time to stock that freezer up. Honestly, when I think about going home as like the backup plan if we don't have like the meals figured out, because we always have frozen pizza Friday. Weekends I end up with frozen pizza, but there's some times where I don't want to cook and don't want to clean even outside of the exception to the rule of frozen pizza Friday. And when I don't have it in there, I feel so stupid. So I will stock up at my Metro Market and Pick and Save stores, find what all that screaming is about with Palermo's.
Can I say I went through about 4 of them things on Friday night because my brother and my cousin.
No judgment here.
And my cousins were at the house. Just pop them in, pop them in, pop them in.
They're so good. They're just literally built different.
How many full pizzas do you think you ate by yourself?
Oh,
at least one.
Well, unfortunately, because I had them scoundrels at my house, I had to share.
Well, yeah, but you made 4 pizzas. Do you think you ate?
I mean,
a quarter
it goes quick.
I probably ate 7 pieces. Yeah, probably 6 pieces. Yeah,
you got close to a full pizza.
Yeah, I sure did.
I can't. When I have to split one with my fiance and daughter.
We popped in a Cheez-It pizza the other day. That thing was gone in 3 minutes.
The Cheez-It pizza is
so good.
You almost need one just for yourself. It's so good.
Yeah,
I can't just have 4 pieces.
I'm with you. You're preaching to the choir, guys.
We love Palermo's.
We do.
Sure do. Alex Strofe continues his great producing next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We were going to extend more invites, but I just jumped the gun for some reason at the meeting because I thought I was being like funny and personable, and I just don't know how to read the room. I was like, oh, this guy who doesn't know he's going to think it's hilarious. Then I'm with Josh, and I'm saying, hey, Josh, you didn't get the first round invite. Suck it.
In what world would that person find that funny, though?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41 continues kind of a heavy ride from Good Hope Road down to Capitol Drive. On the northbound side, slowing down from Mayfair Road up to Hampton. Southbound 43 backing up a bit from about Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. You're back on the brakes from Keefe all the way down to the Marquette. Northbound slowing down from North Avenue up to Keefe. Otherwise, looking pretty good. A little bit of a tight squeeze westbound 94 right through the stadium interchange, but not too bad. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Scattered storms ending early, clearing with a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 83. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Time to stock up for your 4th of July picnics, parties, and celebrations. Do you need a cold half barrel? Maybe a great bottle of wine? Or hard to find liquor? We have everything you need at the lowest prices in town. It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. When you buy any one 12-pack of Blue Moon or Blue Moon Light, or any one 12-pack of Arnold Palmer Spiked Hard Tea, you'll receive a free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a safe and fun 4th of July weekend. And don't forget your free Summerfest ticket.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
And now for the Pella play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks, Gina Della from Pella. What a beautiful day to have new windows and doors installed.
Every day is beautiful because Pella installs year-round during all seasons.
And as Pella goes into another windup, it's so hard to guess the next pitch. The customizations seem endless.
And it doesn't have to be super expensive. Pella has a product line for every budget.
And if it is time for a major upgrade, rest easy by scoring no interest and no payments for up to 2 years.
Pella also provides provides a free in-home consultation, which includes a no-obligation quote.
That's always a great play because working with one of Pella's design experts is such a wonderful, no-pressure get-together. I know this from experience.
With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the USA, you can get the look you want at a price you can afford.
And there's no reason to wait with this incredible deal going on.
Get no interest and no payment for up to 2 years.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply in 6/30/2025. This is an ad by BetterHelp.
With more than 35,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served more than 5 million people globally. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Miss Polly side, come on over tonight. Told me you don't know your feelings.
Over at ESPN.com, our guy Rob Demovsky wrote something that intrigued me when Alex Strofe sent it to me. 2025 NFL offseason. Biggest surprise players on each team. If I had to give KBN Nation, and I wish Kyle and Brad didn't know this, how many guesses do you think it would take them, Strofe, until they got it?
Oh, boy.
I genuinely, you'd have to go.
That would have been fun.
I messed up.
That would have been so
Yeah, we
fun.
probably would have been at least 30 to 40.
We would have gotten to 4 o'clock.
I don't think I would have ever gotten to this player.
I think I would have. It probably would have legitimately been guess 20.
20? That's high.
No.
No.
Well, hold on, because you have to take into account.
You have to eliminate the actual players.
Jordan Love is going to be the most surprising. Josh
Okay.
Jacobs isn't.
Yeah,
Xavier
you're right.
McKinney isn't. Edrin Cooper isn't.
Zach Tom.
Well, Edrin Cooper could be.
No, he's already been.
He's
already been good.
slimming down. He's really been popping.
But I probably would have gone with every corner, right? I probably would have gone with a few receivers. I would have then thought about some of the rookie late round picks.
My thought process as well.
Right, and then we're getting to Lucas Van Ness has been a surprise, right? We've read that, in fact, that he's had a nice camp.
Undervalued at assets.
So we would have thrown him out there. Maybe we go Luke Musgrave is really coming back
That's a
around.
good one.
Right.
That would be great to see.
Yeah. But the answer, Benny?
Well, it is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, and the surprise player for the Green Bay Packers this offseason is, drumroll please, Jacob Monk, backup center.
Oh, wow. The Monk night.
Jacob Monk.
For a conversation that we just had about how many pieces away are the Green Bay Packers from actually being in a Super Bowl, I'd like to see a couple other names other than a backup center. A position that they're trying to move Elton Jenkins to, which he wants to get more guaranteed money because it's not as important a position that he just came from. I understand. Backload.
This is good.
Look at you.
This is
ripping on the draft.
There's about 30 other players
that would be bigger to hear than Jacob Monk.
Minute. No. I get it. We want to hear some different guys. But if Rob Demovsky said Jacob Monk is moving in the right direction, that's good news for the Green Bay Packers because you're talking about an offensive line where you just said Elton Jenkins, he wants more money. This may be his last season with the Green Bay Packers. Sean Ryan, we don't know if he's going to be re-signed or not with the Green Bay Packers. So to hear that the backup center could emerge to be a potential guy we could look to start.
I can't listen to you talk out of both sides of your mouth. You're such a fraud.
Develop. I love player development. I love this. It's good to hear that we may have.
And I love hearing the fraudulent nature of him speaking. I can hear you seeping after our conversation about 20 minutes ago.
This is great news for Packer Nation.
Over to Alex Strope. Jacob Monk.
Yeah, it's certainly not the sexiest pick, and I know we've done this with lists in the past where you go, okay, well, I'm just going to take a peek at some of the competition.
Did you do what I did?
Probably, yeah. Minnesota, cornerback Isaiah Rodgers, who's going to be a starter. Lions, defensive back Avante Maddox, who they signed this offseason from the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Chicago Bears, Ruben Hippolyte, who is their third linebacker. all probably better options. The linebacker for Chicago, maybe not.
We're that damn deep. We're that deep.
But you and I had a conversation about depth, and we're not that deep.
It's truly stunning how the Green Bay Packers systematically screw their veterans. I mean, they are the best franchise at backfilling. So the minute that the Packers are ready to move on, or these veterans like Elton Jenkins say, you know what? I want some of that contract guarantee. They go, sorry, we got Jacob Monk. You should have thought about that before we drafted your replacement. Their ability to just backlog and refill.
Specific positions.
Yeah, not all positions, clearly. But the way they just once as you get to that 28, 29, you are just put on notice.
Oh, you want more guaranteed money? Look at this camp
cute.
Jacob Monk had.
Exactly.
He's making headlines on ESPN.com.
I'm sure Goody probably went to Rob and said, hey, Rob, psst, come here. You saw Jacob, right? The guy I drafted, right? He's good. He's good. He's been having
You
a
write
great
this
camp.
piece, I'll give you some better information down the road.
Exactly.
You're going to help my leverage on Elton Jenkins if we get this on ESPN.com.
That's probably exactly what it was, but you know what? That's the Packer way. And so you guys can sit here and poo-poo and laugh about, it's Jacob Monk. I'm excited about Jacob Monk because
You're excited about Jacob Monk.
Yeah, sure. Great. I mean, people go down. People get hurt. You saw in the playoffs last year when people went down, he wasn't ready to play in the playoffs last year.
That's
and so
great point.
It's good to know that, we have some backup. So you should be happy, too. This is great. This is the future. Jordan Morgan, Jacob Monk, Anthony Belton, they're all part of the future.
Kyle, 100% agree.
See, come on, slap hands through the glass. Bow.
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 Thrilling
bow,
headline.
boom.
Thrilling.
Go,
Jacob
Pack,
Monk.
go, baby.
Go, Pack, go, baby.
Jacob Monk.
You better know that name.
Nate Hobbs would have been great to see. Carrington Valentine would have been great to see.
Already proven
Javon Bullard, who Evan Williams played a little bit better than, but was also, good in spots, would have been great to see. How about Lucas Van Ness?
I mean, maybe he didn't pop.
Marshawn Lloyd would have been a great 1-2 punch with Josh Jacobs.
I disagree. I mean, I'm happy with what we got. I don't know why you guys are complaining. This is what
Kyle,
we want.
weren't you frustrated that Goody drafted a backup O-lineman?
Wait till he pops up in next year's biggest surprise of 2026.
That was in the second round.
So you're okay with it because he's a fifth-round draft?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. That's good. It's good the future is bright for the Green Bay Packers at the center position after Elton Jenkins gets cut after this season.
Bill wants to chime in on Brad Nortman's statement of the Packers do a good job of making the veterans kind of disappear. Bill, our guy. What's up, Bill?
Hey, fellas. How are you?
Hey, Bill.
Good to hear your voice.
Bill. Brad, do the Packers screw their veterans, or are the Packers smart?
Well,
this is going to hit him hard.
They could be both, honestly, Bill. They could be both.
I mean, how many? I know there's been guys that have excelled when they left. I mean, Devontae Adams put up great numbers for a terrible team. But other than that, aren't they pick 4 positions where they can sign guys to big numbers: quarterback, left tackle, cover corner, although they let that guy go this year, and edge rusher. Other than that, then players know they're going to get that first contract. They're going to get what they can get out of them until they're 25 or 26, and then they're going to go play someplace else. So, I mean, as a wise man once told me, it's not show friends, it's show business. So do they screw their veterans? Because I think when people listen to this show and they hear a former NFL player say that the Packers screw their veterans,
salty NFL player.
Well, both can be true. It can be smart roster building to make sure that you do have guys backed up, to make sure that when it is time for these guys, when you want to move on from them, that you're ready for that moment. But you're also asking Elton Jenkins to move to center. He's one of your best offensive linemen. He's been most of your reliable offensive lineman. He's just trying to ask for money.
And thank you, Bill. Love you.
Thank you, Bill. I think it's both. He's trying to ask for money that is due to him, contractually agreed to due to him. And you're just saying, oh, Jacob Monk is coming down the line. I mean, perfect timing when they're at a little bit of a stalemate for Elton Jenkins' contract. So that's just where I'm saying that guys want to be loyal to the Green Bay Packers. They want to be able to be lifelong Packers. But the Packers create this situation where the minute you're trying to get there, we got a guy to replace you, and you're out.
The Packers let you know you're not here for a long time. You're just here for a good time.
And for the record, to some extent, they should be doing that. But you can't tell me that they're not. Screw might be a strong word. They're not putting Elton Jenkins in a bad situation, right? Changing positions. they're probably going to let him go. He's well within his rights to say, you know what?
I want a little more guaranteed money because of what I've done, and now I'm moving. I get both sides. That's why it's a business, and Goody has to do what Goody's got to do. But you got to do what you got to do, and that's head to America's National Park of Speed, Road America. Saw the Cheese Capital Cup pictures. It was absolutely amazing. Free admission for kids 16 and under at Road America. If you're looking for good, and not even good, great, affordable family fun, it's at Road America. Camp on site all weekend. You come for the experience and you stay for the race. You have another vintage weekend. WeatherTech is coming again in July, the 17th through the 20th. You have some time to schedule that out, so make sure you reserve some space to camp out because there's nothing better than camping out with the family and hanging out at Road America. RoadAmerica.com to get your tickets today. We have probably the most dramatic producer, Alex Strofe. I have a bone to pick with you. You know exactly what it is next. You don't?
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What are you going to do with the video?
It was going to be on Snapchat if I got the pick right.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You really want a summer of entertainment?
My job to win a World Series is my job to provide a summer of entertainment.
Be careful what you wish for.
Struck him out looking. Ball game over. It's a grand slam. Dives. He caught it. Struck him out looking. Oh, my goodness. Christian Yelich. Mizorowski. Sal Freeling. Trevor McGill.
Everything Brew Crew lives right here. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is up next July 17th through the 20th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Brad Nortman here. It's the Tsunami Express Car Wash 4th of July Sale Spectacular. Get 50% off any car wash now through July 6th. That's a long-lasting clean starting at just $5. And with free vacuums, mat cleaners, and detailing tools, we make it easy to reset your ride inside and out. No stress, no mess. Just a fresh, satisfying clean that fits right into your summer plans. Again, that's 50% off any car wash. Only through July 6th at Tsunami Express. Find your nearest location at tsunamiexpress.com.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 5.5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $5. 9 to 16 ounce selected varieties Old Dutch tortilla or crunch chips or salsa, 2 for $5.50. 10 to 10.8 ounce selected varieties Bird's Eye frozen vegetables, 4 for $5. 18 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty plates or bowls, 2 for $5.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Somehow Strofe does not know what I'm about to rip him for. You're the most dramatic individual I've ever met in my life. Before the show,
accurate,
you said, I have a kidney stone.
That's how
No,
and then you just said, everything's fine. I just went pee again. Unless I peed out a small kidney stone, I'm all good and I was just dehydrated.
So
you never had a kidney stone.
Yeah.
Do you know how much kidney stones hurt?
I don't think you realize how much pain I was in.
Among the most painful things a guy can experience.
I threw up. I was in so much pain.
Oh, okay. You throwing up in pain means nothing to me.
So here's what
you thought you had a kidney stone, and now you're acting like you just said everything's okay.
Yeah, I think
twice. Before the show and 2 hours into the show. You were nowhere close to a kidney stone.
hold on.
I actually felt bad for you, but you are dramatic.
I did too. I actually felt bad.
You guys aren't letting me explain my side at all.
Yeah, and
you said you puked and you feel better now.
And I feel like where you were holding your kidney at was a little bit like low. Toward the front.
He didn't know where his kidney actually was on his body.
It's like in your
The kidney's
back.
right under the rib.
I think the
You were
kidney's
holding
on
your hip.
Yeah, I think your
it's
kidney's
towards
more
your
on the
back.
back. I'm pretty sure.
My body's weird. You guys forget that.
Wait a minute. Your kidneys are in the
It's in the same spot as everyone else's kidney.
Is anybody going to let me tell the story? You're just going to attack me.
No, we're just going to attack you. Honestly. The drama when you walked in, I think I have a kidney stone.
I was in a lot of pain. All right? So what happened was this morning, I needed to go number 2. Okay? And I was at work. It was about 10 o'clock this morning. I needed to go number 2. And I was, beginning to do number 1 while sitting down. And I had such a sharp pain evolve in my right side, right below my rib, which is where your kidney is located.
You say on the front and the front end, huh?
Well, on the side.
Okay.
And
it's gonna be your gallbladder, man.
Oh, that's not good either. Anyway, I to the point where it was so painful I had to get up. And then I started sweating profusely.
What?
And I was like,
that's because he was just having a mental anxiety attack from drinking too much this weekend.
I was like, oh my goodness, I think I might have a kidney stone. And I couldn't get anything else out. I couldn't get anything else out. So I had this sharp pain for like another hour and a half. And
did it come and go, or was it consistent?
It was consistent. And then after Mr. Relevant, I came upstairs and I told you guys what was going on for me. And
you
then
were dehydrated.
Correct. Yeah, that's the conclusion I've reached. Yes, I agree.
So you imagine being so dehydrated, your body starts rejecting itself.
He just doesn't take care of himself at all.
He is pretty reckless. He really is reckless. But to really be throwing out there that you have
kidney stones
is a strong thing to say about your body. And I said, bro, if you're having kidney stones, you shouldn't be doing the show. I told you,
first thing I said is now full-time Will. Part-time Will graduated full-time Will.
That was quick. That was quick.
Happy for him. I was like, is he on call? Because kidney stones are no joke.
Well, and
now he's just like, I'm good.
Well, he goes to the bathroom and said, oh, I'm fine. Either it was a really small stone or I'm just good. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I don't know if that's how it works.
You wouldn't know if you passed even something small.
They take days to pass, don't they?
Sometimes they need
you have to sit. You have to sit. You have to sit in the hospital.
What you're saying is I'm not out of the weeds yet because I still got a slight pain.
Can you? The pain is in your belly?
No, it's like.
Put your. Okay.
We need a doctor.
He's on stream and he's pointing. He's still pointing at the front.
Bro, I'm pretty sure when you have kidney pain, it's usually back pain. They say like kidney pain feels like back.
Guys,
pain.
I don't know what it is, but it hurts.
Well, maybe you should go to a doctor and be healthier.
KBN
be
Nation,
more like
please.
Strofe. I love that people still don't know your full name. It says Trofe. If you had a kidney stones, that would hurt like hell going number 1. Not hurt. Hurt like hell.
I've never been in that much pain.
Yeah, you don't know what pain is.
You just peed easily. What are you talking about?
I'm fine now.
I'm fine now. He's fine now.
I wasn't earlier. I wasn't earlier. I'm fine now.
We're back on 94.5 ESPN and on YouTube in 2 minutes with our kidney stone guy.
That never ends.
Southbound on 41 continues kind of a heavy ride from Good Hope Road down to
to Capitol Drive. On the northbound side, slowing down from Mayfair Road up to Hampton. Southbound 43 backing up a bit from about Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. You're back on the brakes from Keefe all the way down to the Marquette. Northbound slowing down from North Avenue up to Keefe. Otherwise, looking pretty good. A little bit of a tight squeeze westbound 94 right through the stadium interchange, but not too bad. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, scattered storms ending early, clearing with a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 83. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
With more than 35,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served more than 5 million people globally. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Attend the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Gates open at 6 with music from Hot Rod, Huey and the B-Sides, starting at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with Hot Rod, Huey and the B-Sides.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman, our dramatic producer who thought he had a kidney stone, who clearly does not. He's just doing great, smiling on the phone right now with Chef Ed. His name's Alex Strofe. He's running the show. You, as always, can get in at 800-990-3776. It's the Carbos Talking text line. Lists is more. Diana and McGuanago will defend everyone but me, which I'm fine with. She's here to defend Alex Strofe.
Let's see what you got to say, Dirty D.
First of all, when Strofe is not there, the show does not run smoothly.
Ooh, wow.
Wow. Shout out to all the producers when Strofe's out.
It doesn't. People don't answer telephones. Nothing against part-time Will, but Alex does his job very well, and when he's not there...
It's full-time Will now. He's got a full-time position.
Yeah, you just keep failing up around here, huh?
Hey, well, sorry, guys. That's and also, too, my daughter got cleared today. She can play sports again.
Hey! No more concussion.
Thank you, Diana. We'll go over to Chef Ed, who's got some health advice for Alex Strofe.
Oh, yeah, the 70-year-old can definitely help you, Strofe. He's seen a lot, been through a lot.
Chef Ed, you're up on the Carbos Talking text line.
Yeah, happy Monday, guys. Hey, I told Strofe he didn't have kidney stones. He needs more potassium in liquid, and what liquid, not alcoholic type liquid, just more water and more potassium in his diet. So green bananas are great. I mean, the more yellow they are, the higher. The more yellow they are, they're higher in sugar. But when they're more green, they're higher in potassium. That'll help you with.
No, listen to the elder statesman.
A green banana is not ripe yet. You can't eat a green banana, can you?
Yeah, he just told you can.
Yeah, yes, they're more firm. They're more firm and tough, but they're higher in potassium.
Right, you obviously don't.
Dirt?
No, I'm not eating dirt.
He might be.
Anything's edible if you want it to be edible. You can eat paper.
Are you sure it wasn't your liver that was giving you pain?
No, I didn't have that big of a weekend. I think everybody's I mean, I actually.
Yeah, but just
cumulative.
But even if it wasn't this weekend, your body's been through a lot. Since I've known you.
I need to look at like a
to
human
get after
body.
it. My bad.
On like where organs are. We need to pinpoint this organ.
Yeah, can we get the human body up on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee to figure out what organ?
I don't think Strofe knows where his kidney is.
Oh, okay, now I gotta look.
Underneath your rib cage is your liver or your gallbladder. So that's why I'm so confused. Like he
doesn't know what's hurting
your
him,
liver's trying
and he immediately
process.
wants to go to the thing that is the most painful thing somebody can endure as a male, and that's a kidney stone.
What side of your body was it? The right side?
Yes, the right side.
The right side of your body.
And do some more dazzling details for us as to where it is on your body.
Like the right side between my hip and my rib cage.
So that's the front. Your rib cage is in the front.
No. So like rib cage ends here
So the
on
back-
my side,
on the side.
and then the hip.
So the hip bone and the rib bone.
Yes,
I don't think
right between that.
It's the gallbladder and the liver.
Yeah.
Your liver's shot, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
It can't process all that bile you put in it.
But everything I looked up said kidney stones.
No, what did you look up? Oh, I have pain.
I said pain while urinating right side.
Right side. You didn't say back side. You just said right side of your body.
Yeah, and it's
So maybe
it's something more specific than the
good
whole
news is
right side.
I feel better, so I think I'm fine.
Yeah. But I don't know. This is concerning for long-term issues.
It really is. You
I'll
probably should
go to a doctor.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've been to a doctor?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
All
No.
that
At
hard
this
living
point,
you
we
got.
need to know.
Since you've been a teammate?
No lying.
I think it was probably during the pandemic.
Oh, Lord.
Wow, like
Because I
4
wore
or
a
5
mask.
years
I think
ago?
it was 2020
Oh,
or 21.
5 years?
Might be 4 years. Yeah.
You got to do
Does
the
that
thing where the
include-
doctor asks you how many drinks have you had per week.
Maybe 2.
Now you can't lie
I'm
to
a
him.
social drinker.
Bro, everybody lies to their doctor.
You specifically can't.
know.
You've had heart surgery. You're underweight.
Oh, my gosh.
You
had
were
heart surgery, you don't go to the
unathletic.
doctor?
But
You know I had heart surgery.
I know,
that.
but you don't go to the doctor.
You got to make sure you go get tests.
Show
Yeah,
him that
Strofe,
video.
there-
He'll
there-
figure something
There's
out.
like massaging numbers, and then there's outright lying to your doctor. Right?
Yeah, 2
Right, so
drinks a
I would
week is-
massage.
No, you just said 2 drinks a week.
That's like it's not a massage. You're talking about bold-faced lying.
No, that's a massage.
No. You have
no.
2 drinks in 2 hours sometimes.
On like a Friday night, maybe.
Hell no. There are multiple times you be trying to. You just got to drink on Wednesday before you throw out the first pitch.
Does that
Two of them.
Does that include?
That was your fault. I only won.
In less than 30 minutes.
When's the last time
I only won.
When's the last time you went to a dentist?
Same thing.
No,
21.
My Lord! You ain't been
But hold
to
on.
a dentist.
But hold on.
Why do you sign up for the health care plan if you're not going to utilize it at all? The dental's more egregious than the doctor.
Yeah.
went to
Do you know
my
how much
doctor.
money you'd have if you didn't claim any
lot.
insurance?
Not as much as you think, but a lot.
What do you mean? I know how much
Enough
we
to
pay.
make a difference to go to the doctor. And
Yeah, but like I need insurance. What if I'm in a car accident? I don't mean car insurance.
That's
I
what
mean
you
health
have.
insurance.
You have insurance for just in case something bad happens, not to keep your body maintained. You need some help. You need a mentor.
I do.
Yeah, you do need a mentor.
I would agree with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe your
The thing
colon.
is,
You need a father figure.
What's interesting
Like-
is
Colon.
Strofe
Yeah,
is
colon.
actively mentoring other people in GKB.
But not
is
about
he
health care,
mentoring?
about how to be a professional.
But they look up to you, Strofe.
Yes, because I'm a hard worker.
Hopefully, they're not asking you about your life habits.
They don't.
Please
Why would
don't.
they? They
Please
shouldn't
don't.
follow that. That
I
was my
hope
first
not.
advice. I have 2 interns in here right now.
Don't do
I
anything
would tell
like
them
him.
Only career-wise do things like me. I would say, in terms of personal life, don't follow me. I'm a bad mentor.
Are you on
in
the
that
same
capacity.
cycle as your girlfand?
What does that mean?
You got to be very
You think
specific.
are you saying it's my time of the month?
I think you have cramps.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Well.
That's not going to go well. That's the LVP right there.
I hope she's not listening.
Oh, wow. Woo, boy, I tell you, I don't even know where to go.
How do I know what?
I didn't say that on the air.
What? Oh, that makes it even funnier. Boy, oh, boy. That's
Seriously,
crazy.
go to the doctor.
Yeah, I'm seeing gallbladder and liver over and over. As far as looking at the human body,
I don't think what you're looking up is correct.
Okay.
Strofe is just the most intelligent.
I WebMD'd my own body. You're WebMDing somebody. You're trying. You without
Bro, you're pointing at your side and you're leaning towards the
you
front.
without a medical degree is trying to diagnose somebody else. That's not how this works.
But you don't have a medical degree
Yes,
either.
but at least I know what my body is feeling.
But
You don't.
Yes, I do. Sharp pain.
Oh, gosh.
You said pain while peeing right side. That's so vague.
So vague.
You need way more specifics than
Did you
that.
say right lower back, right up front?
back,
Did you say right,
yeah.
like right
in between
shoulder?
the rib cage and the right hip bone?
Sharp, dull. He has been to a doctor. He doesn't know how to describe these things.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 through 10, how's the pain?
Poor guy. I don't even know what's wrong with him.
I feel bad for his girlfriend.
I feel
She's gonna have to
so
care for
bad
him.
for her.
Yes.
She's gonna have to be a part-time nurse.
Yeah, in 10 years.
Part-time? Full-time nurse.
She better live it up now.
Does Strofe really have like part pig heart?
Yeah, he has a pig heart.
I know he had heart surgery, but
We've called him pig heart.
Yeah, but I thought that was in jest. Does he actually have
a
synthetic?
human heart was too much work for his body, and so they thought going to an animal such as a pig would be suffice for his.
We need a doctor around here.
he's made it this far.
800-990-3776. A lot of appendicitis is coming up on the.
Well, he claimed
That can be dangerous.
He claimed that wasn't it. That's
What if I
said.
told you I didn't have my appendix?
You already had that, huh?
No, I do have my appendix. I was just saying, what if I said that?
I wouldn't put it past you. I wouldn't put it past you. Beads in Milwaukee, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
I think he's got brustitis. All the digs over the time frame between you guys together.
Oh,
Good
so
point.
so it's
Good
my
point.
fault. I've stressed him out
stress him out.
to the point of pain going to the bathroom.
The relational roller coaster that Ben's put
I
him
just
through.
want to put out there, the pain is gone. I'm fine now. It was a pain for a couple hours. I will go to a doctor.
You could have a UTI.
Oh, you could.
But that would persist.
Per one of our partners that texted me, I won't put on name.
You could.
No.
No, you definitely could.
You could.
No, I mean I could, but would that be internal?
Come on, wait a minute. Internal is where's
it's on the track.
Where's
that would make sense.
Are you kidding me right now? You need help.
You need
Lots of it.
you need anatomy class. That's what you need. You need to go back to
take
high
any
school.
science classes?
Yeah, I got a D- in human biology.
D-?
Just adds up. Yeah. I've told you that
see.
story. That's when I snapped the pencil after the final exam, went to the back of the classroom. Dr. Willow crouched down by me and said, "You know, Alex, some of the best people in the world fail before they succeed." And it was one of the best pieces of advice I ever had.
Yeah, and you're failing at your body right now, so you got to start succeeding with your body moving forward.
Yeah. So anyway, I see multiple things saying if the pain persists, go to a doctor. I'm out of pain. I'm good. I think I'm just dehydrated. I think that's all this is.
So why did you go so dramatic?
Why did you say you had a kidney stone?
Because given the WebMDing I did and the pain I was feeling,
But
it
the
felt
web
like it made
the
sense.
WebMD should have been enough to be able to like take one thing to connect it to the other thing.
Yeah.
And you didn't connect it.
But I don't think it's my gallbladder because, I mean,
Because what?
What
Mr. D- in anatomy.
What do you know about gallbladder? What do you know about gallbladder?
Somebody that I talked to off the air, who I'm not going to leave nameless, told me that they had their gallbladder removed, and the pain in which that person felt is not equivalent or near what I was experiencing.
So you're not there in more pain.
So
than
they
you.
think
Way
gallbladder
more
pain
They
is
thought
worse.
they thought they were having a heart attack.
So wait,
I didn't think I was having a heart attack.
gallbladder
Dude, you had an
pain.
anxiety attack and
you
started
said-
sweating.
You
I
said
think
this
I
is
may
the most
have
pain you've ever been in, and you threw up.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
You didn't throw up?
No, I did throw up. It
Oh
was
my
like stomach
gosh, you keep track.
So Strofe, when you get to like
Stomach
35
acid.
and 40, and you actually your
Stomach
body
acid.
starts breaking down, you're going to have so many issues. Like just thinking you're dying. You're going to be thinking you're dying all the time. In the middle of the show, you're going to say, guys, I got to stop.
I'm dying.
Strove's going to
my
be that
left
guy.
arm hurts.
But
Wait
hold
a
on
minute.
I've been here a
Left
year.
arm.
This is the first incident I've had like this. I've had other incidents, by all means, like an NFL Combine incident or first pitch incident. I have never had a health incident until
You're
today.
too young to have these type of incidents.
Didn't you just hurt your arm last
Something
week? You
tell
told
me-
me
Yeah, you
blew
thought
out
you
your
had
ACL.
Tommy John surgery. You thought you were going to need Tommy John surgery after one first pitch.
I did hurt my elbow last week. Forgot about that.
You are a drama queen.
Tommy John.
He literally said, "Oh, I'm gonna have Tommy
I'm
John." at the
starting to
throw."
think I exaggerate too much.
He was
You
gonna have Tommy
think?
John from. He was doing the
was
throwing
doing a
motion,
practice
not
throwing.
actually throwing a ball. He was doing the motion, and he said, my elbow actually hurts."
Can we get this guy a cranberry juice?
Does that help cramps?
UTIs.
I don't have a UTI.
Who knows what you have?
How do
may.
you get a UTI out of curiosity?
All right. Now we've gone too far. Tell us about Tsunami Express. Let's wash this one away.
Oh, I would love to tell you about Tsunami Express. And I got to tell you something very important about Tsunami Express. Tsunami Express New Berlin. KBN, we are going to be there tomorrow. That's right, from 2 to 5. We are going to be at Tsunami Express Car Wash in New Berlin, their newest location at 15301 West Coffee Road, right next to the Dollar Tree. And guess what? From June 25th to July 6th, enjoy a free, that's right, all completely free car wash at Tsunami Express New Berlin. And even better, when you sign up for a membership, the first month of your unlimited wash membership is only $5. That's right, just $5. And guess what? This whole time of Tsunami Express's grand opening in New Berlin, 100%. That's right. 100% of the proceeds are going to Special Spaces Wisconsin. It's an organization that creates dream bedrooms for kids in cancer. So you're going to have a beautiful car inside and out, and you're going to support a wonderful cause where kids with cancer. Excuse me. See us tomorrow at Tsunami Express New Berlin, and enjoy your beautiful car and helping a great cause.
We have inquired to the YouTube chat doctor. We don't know if he's a real doctor, but based off his knowledge in the chat, it feels like he knows what he's talking about. You can give us a call at 800-990-3776, the Carbless talk and text line, to help diagnose one very special individual, Alex Strofe. Evan Cohen joined Strofe on Saturday at Summerfest talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. You got a phone call. I pray it's a doctor we can talk to next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Brad.
Kyle.
I know.
Kyle.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, backing up from before Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol. Northbound slowing from Mayfair Road up to Hampton still. Southbound on 43, looks like we've got a crash now. Actually, it's on northbound at North Avenue, so watch out for that. Luckily, it's on the ramp, though. Southbound 43 is slowing down a bit between Silver Spring and Hampton, and then more delays from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge down towards Lapham. We do have another crash right about at the Mineral Street off-ramp. The right shoulder is blocked with that, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Gates open at 6 with live music at 7. Hot Rod Huey and the B-Sides take the stage this week at Wednesday Night Live from the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, scattered storms ending early, clearing a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 83. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on July 1st.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the New York Mets.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in July 1st at 6:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you can burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire Up Your Fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's. Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's party time at Cousins Subs. For a limited time only, Cousins 2-foot party subs are back. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99. Feeds 5 to 8 people and requires 24-hour notice to order. And now you can complete your party by adding a party chip bag and a dozen chocolate chip cookies for just $4.99. Order today in store, online, or on the app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving
Kyle,
you.
Brust, and Nortman across 94.5 ESPN and YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Stream on the ESPN Wisconsin app. What perfect timing. Alex Strofe claimed to have a kidney stone at 2 o'clock. We have diagnosed that it's not a kidney stone, but we have Dr. Jonathan from the YouTube chat joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Jonathan, good day.
Gentlemen, how are you guys doing today?
Doing fantastic. Do you mind giving some credentials for our audience and ourselves as we help diagnose this for one that cannot diagnose himself?
Absolutely. So I've been an emergency physician and critical care doctor for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Trained at the University of Wisconsin School of Medicine and Public Health. Go Badgers.
Yeah.
Go Badgers. Worked in trauma centers, critical care units all throughout the Midwest. I've also been an implementation consultant for emergency department operations and things. So do a lot of different things.
Jeez, you're like Tiger Woods on the first tee.
I don't know about that. Maybe back in the but the interesting thing, so what you guys might be interested in, is, in your audience might be interested in, is how an emergency physician would think about this diagnostically. Like if you came in to see me, like if the stroke came in and said, hey, you know.
Can he make an appointment? He needs to see you.
Yeah. Well, I'm in Green Bay, so he's going to have to get rolling. Hey, man, no problem. I'll be happy to check you out. But so first of all, you have to get a lot of information, right? So how long was the pain? What's your surgical history? How long did it last? Have you had it before? Did anything precipitate it? Was it associated with anything? Did you have any secondary symptoms like nausea, vomiting, fever, anything like that? Any stool disturbances, bowel, vomiting, anything like that? All of that stuff is really important. And then, of course, once you get all that stuff, all that information, you do a physical examination. It may include some imaging, usually a renal CT.
Check his prostate while you're at it.
Yeah, we do that. That's part of the evaluation, because that can be complicated. So,
oh wow,
Stroke, you're probably happy that you didn't come in, but I'm glad you're feeling better. If I were to guess, if it was really intense pain and it was for a relatively brief period of time, it probably was a stone that might have passed.
Oh,
so it might have been sometimes a small, if it's less than 5 millimeters, a ureteral calculus, we call that it's a stone in the ureter. If it's smaller than 5 millimeters, a lot of times it will just pass down the ureter into the bladder and be passed into the urine without notice. I mean, they're really small.
Really?
So
can that breed more?
Doc, I do have a question on that, because that's certainly potential given the fact that I was sitting down when the pain began. Now, would the pain start after the fact of passing the stone, or would the pain start prior to passing the stone?
Prior. It would begin as it became stuck in that tube that connects the urine or the kidney to the bladder. You know what I mean? So if it gets stuck there, that tube is a muscular tube that has smooth muscle in it. So
it doesn't have muscle.
Well, it's not skeletal muscle. It's smooth muscle. But it starts spasming, and that's what's very, very intensely painful. people are usually puking. I've seen iron workers crawling on the ground in the ER because they're in such pain.
He was crawling around the office. Hey, Dr. Jonathan, we got to take a time out quick. Strofe, after hearing early questions from Dr. Jonathan, do you have any more information you'd like to provide so we can help diagnose and come up with a prognosis for you?
Yeah, sure. So this is going to be a little TMI, but we're doing this. So as I mentioned, I was urinating while sitting. I occurred a sharp pain on the right side of my body.
Where? Front,
in
back,
between
side,
the hip and the rib?
I would say between the hip and the rib.
Is that where the kidney is, between the hip and the rib?
So the abdominal plane is about 4 quadrants: left upper, left lower, right lower. And all of those have diagnostic organs in them that we're concerned about. So if you're talking about the right hemi abdomen, that's the whole right side of the abdomen. But if you're saying, was it closer to the hip or closer to the rib?
I would say closer to the hip.
The pain. Okay, yeah. So that.
What does that narrow us down to, Doc?
Appendicitis, renal stone. I mean, there's a bunch of esoteric stuff, lymphadenitis, if you had a viral thing, all this other stuff. But the big thing, the renal stone, a kidney stone. Okay. So a kidney stone, or now the gallbladder and the liver are upper close to the rib. So that's the right upper quadrant. So, and that's usually precipitated by food and associated with nausea, and, it kind of presents different. But if you had something in the right lower that was intermittent, it was transient. There was a period of time it was really intense, and then it went away, and then you had no problems. That was probably you passed a stone.
Wow!
If I were guessing.
So I did.
Do stones breed more stones?
You are, yeah. The majority of them are composed of calcium oxalate crystals or screwite stones, or different composition of the stones. Depending upon what you have going on in your metabolism and such, and in your diet, and what your beer and meat and things like we like in Wisconsin frequently lead to calcium oxalate.
Doc, is this the point in time where you would ask him how many drinks he has per week or how much he drank over the weekend?
Yeah, I'd kind of get there. Yeah, I'd probably get there.
Well, let's get there.
Get there and still. Yeah, do you go hard or I mean?
What a way to ask. What is awesome?
Do you go, Alex? Did you go hard over the weekend?
I have to be honest with you. Yes, I went rather hard. I had several friends in town both Friday and Saturday, so I probably overdid it.
Okay, and it was hot last weekend, right? It was really hot, right?
It was.
Super hot.
It wasn't as bad as last weekend, but it was rather warm. I would say I did a good job hydrating.
Yeah, but how did you do? Did you go hard the weekend before?
Last weekend, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, Summerfest, that'll naturally
Doc,
happen.
do you think he needs additional help?
Yeah, some counseling services may be in order. I mean, I don't think that would be. I'm just kidding.
You just saw all of our faces.
Whoa, that's a turn.
It's the frequency. It's the frequency of which you go hard. So if you have an occasion or whatever, and you get out front of your skis, and that happens. You just have to chase it with hydration. But it's more dietary, and it's more the regularity.
How's
of how
your diet? Let's go to the diet.
How would you describe going hard? How many drinks would that be, would you say?
Well, I'm in Green Bay, and I grew up here, and I'm from here, but and I'm a Wisconsin guy. So going hard like here in Wisconsin, or just going hard medically? Well, I mean, they say anything more than, 4 drinks, 4 units a day as a male, as an adult male, is excessive alcohol consumption, which probably describes probably all the guys in Wisconsin, maybe, or most of them.
4 units times 7 days, 28 units.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you calculating over
there? It is dependent upon your overall health. Your overall health and your diet. There's certain things like it. So what we would do is if I saw you in the ER and you still had pain and I thought you had a stone, I would send you to a CT scanner, get an image. The radiologist would look at it and they would say, okay, yep, we see that there's an obstruction here. Looks like there's a stone. And then if it's distal enough, meaning if it's close enough to the bladder that I think it will pass and it's of adequate size, Then what we would do is I'd put you on a prophylactic antibiotics, and I would send you home with the urinary strainer, and I would ask every time you peed to pee into the strainer such that you catch the little pebble, the little piece of gravel, and they're smaller than you think. So if you catch it and you put it in a specimen jar, you can return it to the medical center, and then I can send it to pathology to have it reviewed for what it's composed of. And what it's composed of directs the therapy as far as what dietary avoidances to recommend, lifestyle choices, certain things, inborn, if there are any metabolic issues.
Well, this all sounds expensive, guys. I don't think our health insurance can cover all that.
No, we do it for free. You could be a guy, living in the woods in a tent, and I do the same thing for anybody. I mean,
Dr. J, man, Dr. Jonathan,
you're for humanity.
The official doctor of KBN Nation.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for Dr. J.
Yeah, he was awesome. And by the way, sounds like I had a kidney stone twice.
We need you to do the pebble catching before we say that. Doc, thanks so much for joining Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. We will probably need to call you tomorrow about the next issue Alex Strofe has.
You can call me anytime, guys. Y'all be well, and glad you're feeling better, Strofe.
Thanks, Dr. Jonathan. Really appreciate you taking some time to diagnose me.
I need Dr. Jonathan.
These guys are smart.
But I'm saying these guys, KBN, do it all the time. It's nice to have somebody who's actually qualified to diagnose me do it on this show. And by the way, sounds like Strofe was right. Just saying.
You just got your first doctor's appointment in 4 years. You should be excited. You didn't have to pay a single
It was a free
penny.
consult.
It was. He went through it all. I need Dr. Jonathan.
But the problem is you need somebody smart with you, because he started throwing out some stuff where I was like,
there were some words in there that were
even Brad I saw was getting in a brain tizzy.
Esoteric? Wow.
Do doctors have to do a certain amount of pro bono work like lawyers do?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I was going to say Dr. Jonathan could count that as pro bono work.
I hope not, because I'm
throwing that out there.
They need every penny they can get after how much they paid to get that degree.
True that.
Sounds like he also needs to hit up the Princeton Club of New Berlin to get a workout in and work out some of that sweat. Maybe sit in the steam room while hydrating. There you go. Hold up the water bottle. The Princeton Club of New Berlin, free childcare with membership. Strofe doesn't need that, but I've been utilizing that. They have wonderful, wonderful equipment all across the entire facility. Big facility with everything you need for your health journey. You can have a strong body, a strong mind, and help have a strong community at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Strofe, no goal is too big. No goal is too small. I think just getting you there would be a great first step. Take a tour and see how we can change your life at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. You can go to the pool after and get a nice swim in. You can hang out with me. We can hang out together. I'll be your workout buddy. How about that? What do you say?
Didn't you hear I was diagnosed with a case of brustitis?
Oh, nailed it. All right, it's time to get to Evan Cohen, who joined Alex Strofe dehydrated at Summerfest on Saturday.
Oh, hydrated on Saturday.
You were attempting to rehydrate after
6
Friday.
water bottles during that show.
Wow. Oh, wow. Exactly. You were rehydrating.
Good for you, Alex.
Thanks, Kyle.
Didn't do enough to help his body today. More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Kyle, I think you're doing a good job getting it all off your chest.
I love Matt LaFleur.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We got a few problems out on the road. First of all, an accident on the off-ramp from 43 northbound to North Avenue, so heads up with that. We've also got an accident southbound 4394 off on the right shoulder, right about just south of National Avenue. And then on the ramp from Brewers Boulevard to westbound 94 in the stadium interchange, the left lane is blocked with a broken down vehicle. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast. Tonight, scattered storms ending early, clearing with a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 83. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? back. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Turn your driveway into the basketball court of your dreams with Precision Sports, Southeastern Wisconsin's dealer for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator hoop systems. From installation to customizable painted court lines, Precision Sports is a slam dunk. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Time to stock up for your 4th of July picnics, parties, and celebrations. Do you need a cold half barrel? Maybe a great bottle of wine? Or hard to find liquor? We have everything you need at the lowest prices in town. It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. Buy any one 15-pack of 16-ounce aluminum bottles of Miller Lite, Coors Light, or Coors Banquet, or any one 12-pack of Happy Thursday Spiked Refresher, and receive one free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a safe and fun 4th of July weekend, and don't forget your free Summerfest ticket.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
At Gruber Law Offices, we've helped tens of thousands of families after a serious accident. Our priority has always been our clients. We're here for you whenever you may need us. One call, that's all.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, Strofe, he needs a lot of help, that's for sure. But someone that can help you is my friends at Bank 5-9. They are making lives better, in fact. That's their mission statement. Bank 5-9, make lives better. And they're making lives better all across southeastern Wisconsin. Not only do they offer top-tier financial services to all of their customers, all of their clients, everyone that has any sort of financial relationship with Bank 5-9, checking, savings, loans, CDs, mortgages, investments, whatever it is, Bank 5-9, more than has your back, can be trusted as a top local community bank. But also 9,000 hours of volunteering in the communities they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. Bank 5-9 just making lives better everywhere they go. That's why you should be a part of them. You should find out ways that Bank 5-9 can make your life a little bit better. That true local community bank that you've been looking for, look no further. Bank 5-9 is the place to be. Check them out at bank59.com, member FDIC.
All right, now I'm officially worried about our producer, Alex Strofe, on a lot of levels. Because after having Dr. Jonathan break down all the potential things that could be happening to Alex Strofe.
A free consultation.
That
great.
was so generous.
Why do you keep saying all the potential things? He pretty blatantly said he believes I passed a kidney.
Well, there's going to be more potential things that could happen to you specifically. Now, I bring this up because I had mentioned in the break, I'd love to hear from, heading into break, we'll hear from Evan Cohen with Alex Strofe. And then no less than 10 seconds ago, I know you can pull it up fast. I go, do you have Evan Cohen or were you diagnosing yourself? And you just had to go pull it up because you were diagnosing yourself for the last 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I wouldn't argue with that.
That's not, like, and I know you're going to be thinking about this all night before you go to bed.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, no.
No, he's not fine.
He's not fine.
Just go to a real doctor, get a test. Go ahead and let him do the little testing.
Strofe strikes me as the kind of guy, though, who will continue the lifestyle, and he's going to live to like 110. You know, like he will defy the odds.
I
I don't think
I don't know about all that.
The boy has a pig heart from the age of 12.
Okay, both of those things are incorrect. I had heart surgery at age 3.
Oh, even younger.
You're going to say worse. We know what you were going to say. Even way younger.
I can't come in no toddler. Little toddler, Stroofy.
How about the state of the Milwaukee Bucks, huh?
Yeah,
Bobby Portis re-signing. Hey, Bobby. On Saturday, when Strofe was rehydrating, Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike NBA Guru joined Strofe and Joshi DiMaggio. Had this to say.
And this is going to sound so weird, but if you're a Bucks fan right now, you've got to hope somehow, some way, Dame Lillard ends up on the Utah Jazz or Washington Wizards by the end of the week. And he probably will never play a game for either one of those teams. Right. And they just say, Dame, go rehab wherever you want to rehab. If you want to be back in Portland or whatever with your family, go for it. And we're gonna get a first round pick to hold your salary for a year. And then as a result, that bad team like Utah or Washington, let's just say for argument's sake, this time next year is calling around the league, hey, you got Dame Lillard on a 1-year deal. What are you going to give us? It's more than what they would get for the guys that I would pitch to the Bucks, which ironically could include bringing back Middleton.
A lot there from Evan Cohen with Alex Strofe and Josh DiMaggio on Saturday at Summerfest. Free agency, is that 6 Eastern? Does it start at 5 Central?
I think it might be 5 Central, Ben.
Yeah, so in 24 hours, is anything going to significantly change for the Milwaukee Bucks where you're feeling a lot better? One thing I do want to add before we get to this conversation is, I don't know if you guys saw this yet because we've been on the show diagnosing Alex Strofe's health. Right around 40 minutes ago at 4 o'clock Central, there's a picture of Giannis's trophies in which on Instagram he storied underachiever my peach crying face emojis. Oh. That's a shot at one Stephen A. Smith who said...
him and Stephen don't get along even though his brother forced him to talk to him.
Oh, no, I think again, on Thanalysis Live 2 years ago at Potawatomi, Stephen A. Smith has been, I thought it was a good conversation. Giannis has said, I don't cheat the game. And Stephen A. says, I know you don't cheat the game. I respect how you play. But Stephen A. also was just trying to point out he only has 1 championship. Called him an underachiever. In Giannis's mindset, he doesn't think he's an underachiever, and I love that he snapped back. Giannis is amazing. Giannis is amazing on socials right now.
Giannis, I love you. Can you snap back on everybody saying that you're going to leave? I mean, you've been responding to everything but like the thing that everybody wants to know.
I feel like I have enough. I'm not insecure about this at all. He's not going anywhere.
I want to see an emoji of like 2026 holding up a trophy with the Bucks.
I don't think Bobby would have re-signed if Giannis wasn't coming back.
You think Bobby ain't taking money?
Bobby got enough money from the Bucks, and he just got a decent contract which is like 2 years that you're really locked in for.
And based off
he's
what Bobby
getting old, man. Like
the Bucks are just keeps running it back.
Bobby didn't look like he was losing, and plus he missed 20-some games last year. He gonna have fresh legs.
I think a little bit more.
25.
But what exactly are the Bucks doing that excites you? That thinks that their fortunes are changing this season or next?
Oh, nothing. I'm just
as long as Giannis comes back, that's all that matters. Because this year isn't the year that they're going to make some magical push to the championship of the Eastern Conference Finals. If they do, that's like more than a cherry on top. You take it and you run with it.
If they made it to the finals this year, that's
that
incredible.
would be.
That's why you put Eastern Conference Finals. My point is in 24 hours, will we be talking about something that the Bucks have done significantly for Giannis and this team, make you feel good about next year and 2026?
I think John Horst has a little trick up his sleeve, a little rabbit in his hat.
You're anti-John Horst guy, though.
I don't think so. Like they have so little resources, options, and avenues to do anything to improve 2025, 2026 a little further down the road. But I mean, even what Evan Cohen is describing is sort of a way just to like position yourself,
position them for the future.
Lose baggage, right? That's what if 2026 season is about anything for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's about just like getting rid of dead weight so you can maybe position yourself, but there's nothing that they can do now to be like, oh, wow, I see the vision. I see what Giannis was waiting for, and here we go.
It's not about seeing the vision. It's about setting this team up for the future. And so I think shedding contract. Listen, Pat Connaughton, I love the contributions you've made to the community, but please trade him for something. Get him off.
Nobody's taking Pat Middleton for $10 million.
Pat Middleton?
Pat Connaughton. Wow, that's a weird combination of.
People said that about Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
We ended up with Kyle Kuzma. All I'm saying is the fact that he's on an expiring contract that could help. Go ahead and move that guy. If we could somehow find a way to move Kyle Kuzma when he's least desirable, great. The Bucks need to make some moves.
Is that what they say? Buy high, sell low.
Yeah, no.
Isn't that the motto?
No, but the Bucks need to figure out how to move on from Kyle Kuzma. He's almost 32.
Yeah, I mean, selling low on him, I'm still fine with because he's not a piece that I think is something that fits in with the future of trying to win a championship.
They just need to get some shooters around him.
Outside of Giannis, what pieces are championship ready?
0.
That's concerning.
Yeah, Listen, that's what I'm just.
So what are we talking about?
He's got to do something, Brad. You can't. They probably only have 6-7 players under contract for real, not a two-way player. So I mean, they got to do something. Ryan Rollins getting a qualifying offer ain't gonna get something get me all excited, right? Bobby Portis, I love him. I'm glad he's back, but boy, I mean,
Brooke Lopez has a hot free agent target if he's not back with the Bucks.
40. Let Brooke go. Let him go.
Get young. Please get young.
Let him go. I'm excited over Kevin Porter Jr. and Gary Trent Jr. That's a problem. That is a problem.
It's a problem.
This is who we're getting excited over.
I'm not gonna lie. As I saw those, I was like, yeah, and I was like, wait.
Yeah.
There needs to be a little bit more than that.
John,
a lot of bit more than that.
Pull a rabbit out of the hat, John. Just have me surprised tomorrow. That's all I ask.
Oh, you can always pull a rabbit out of the hat at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee, because you never know when it could be your turn to win big. This July, you can burn some major rubber on the custom Harley-Davidson of your dreams in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Just play with your rewards card all July for entries, Thursday drawings for extra cash and rewards play. Fire Up Your Fantasy only at Potawatomi. More info at Potawatomi.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play. Former Packer Brian Bulaga, as he does every Monday, joins us next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I feel like KBN Nation would agree, Kyle, that Ben has most of the issues on this panel.
I would agree that I have the most flaws on this show as well. Brad's freaking perfect.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app, the 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open is back at the Bog. Tune in all day on July 15th for our ESPN Milwaukee crew having fun and hitting the links. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open is sponsored by Carbless, Pello Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Fifth Third Bank, Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, Gruber Law Offices, Welke's Milwaukee Florist, and Jet Out. Join in on the fun July 15th on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th. Play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. Grab one with hot food. That's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, all the way to a $250,000 grand prize. So open the app and get climbing. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents residing in Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, North Dakota, or Wisconsin. Ends August 17th. Bonus plays require qualifying purchase. See full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
What we love about our ability to help patients at QC Kinetics is seeing their pure delight at finally being able to do the things they enjoy without pain.
I had a patient start treatment with me. He wanted to be able to be active again and do some of his sports that he really enjoyed.
Dr. Ashley Caravelli, Milwaukee's medical director for QC Kinetics, treats patients with chronic joint pain using their body's own biologics. The goal? Get them back to living their best lives without surgery or harmful drugs.
He came back and he goes, what I wasn't expecting was the ability to play on the floor with my grandchildren. Even just saying it now, I have goosebumps because it's changing those small moments that you take for granted.
Don't let joint pain rob you of those moments. See if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments.
It just warms my heart to be able to help people live the life they want to live and get those small moments back.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup available, you'll always find what you love only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of.
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman before the Homer Hour is Brian Bulaga, the former Packer. Brian, what's going on?
Not much, guys. How we doing?
Some are doing better than others. Strofe is on the mend.
No.
Brad's got something to figure out.
Yeah, I got a little predicament, Brian. So my wife's birthday was yesterday, which was great. I ordered her a present, really the only present I got her, a week or so ago. Got delayed in shipping. Didn't arrive in time. It's going to arrive today, so a day after her birthday. The way I figure it, the box is going to arrive. I'm not going to wrap it. I'm just going to hand it to her. What do you say, Brian? I mean, you've been married for a long time. Would you actually wrap the present and then 10 minutes later give it to her the day after her birthday? Or would you just say, you know what? Here's the box. I told you it was going to be delayed. Go ahead and open it. The crescendo has already occurred. Happy birthday.
Yeah, there's no wrapping involved now. The surprise is over.
That's
I mean, the
right.
surprise.
Thank you.
Yeah, the surprise is done. And the thing is here, I mean, there's nothing you can do about shipping. We all know. I mean, these things are getting delayed.
You even sound like you know you're doing the wrong thing,
No,
Brad.
this feels right. I'm not going to go through and waste the time to wrap it.
No.
Do the whole wrapping thing and then say, here you go. Just to unwrap it 5 minutes later.
She's currently carrying his child. A little bit extra effort wouldn't be a bad deal.
I understand.
Let me just intersect one thing. If he had thought she was the kind of person that needed it wrapped, he wouldn't have married her.
Eggs. See, whole slice.
You know what? You know what? Send that to Lexi. Let's see how she responds
I
to
will
that.
send that to her.
Do that. Yeah.
See, and record her. Record a reaction.
She's
shot.
not high maintenance. She's not high maintenance. She doesn't.
Yeah,
need,
that's right.
I mean,
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
But Brad's voice is getting higher by the second.
Yeah,
Brad,
she'll be all right.
I thought she was kind of high maintenance, wasn't she, Brad? Or
No, not Lexi. No, of course not. Not high
And
maintenance
she's,
at all.
and
Rule number one on high maintenance, you don't mention on the radio show. That's nothing.
She liked the good stuff.
I mean, the gift is coming, right? The gift it's arriving. I mean, listen. I mean, just you better have said that you did ship it overnight. You better not have used ground.
Oh, yeah, Brian. I just selected the cheapest one possible.
Yeah,
Brian, he only played 6 seasons. He was a punter. He ain't got that.
I didn't play
that
10
money
as
you
no
got.
lineman.
I mean, an extra $20 in shipping isn't gonna.
I mean, he probably would have gotten the gift if it cost extra $20.
There were options for like the overnight, but I did regular ground. It was the free option. I said that's plenty of time to get
So this
here.
is your fault
No.
because you do have an extra 20 laying around.
I just want to be known. Homer, Brad, myself, and Brian. See, we all know what real love is. Real love ain't about the gift.
I'm not agreeing to any of this. This has nothing to do with why I said what I said.
Real love is all about, it's not about the package, it's about the thought. The thought that he has. See, they happy just to have you. Anytime you walk through that door, I bet you she's smiling ear to ear. Anytime we all walk home, they wait.
This is the most overcompensation I've heard in my entire life.
Not once in my life.
She's never waiting for you at the door?
No.
She's never been happy to see you waiting home?
Yes,
Just ready for you to come home?
Yes, but not of nothing of major. And I never required it. I don't.
Real love, Kyle, huh? Real love.
You know, he a baby boomer. They love is expressed in a different way. Different way, you know.
You have an answer for everything.
You mean he makes something up for everything?
Oh, gotta be on your toes.
Brian, if you have more,
Very sensible.
No. I mean, it's like what are like the what is it like acts of service? That's like That's,
yeah, what's your love language? Hopefully, it's not gifts.
Who, mine?
No, your ladies.
Oh, it's not gifts. No. Acts of service. That was
an act of service would be to wrap the gift.
You sure were.
Good spin cycle, Ben.
Brian, weird vibes as always every offseason from Bears and Bears fans alike, chanting the Green Bay sucks, and a weird take on First Things First on Fox Sports where Danny Parkins had said, Caleb Williams is already better than Jordan Love. It's the same different offseason, same story. But beyond the Bears side of things, I feel like what was the darling of last offseason was Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. I feel like it's kind of trending the other way, and I don't see why. Like, they still won 11 games. Jordan Love wasn't as good. You could argue statistically he was still good. I don't know. I feel like as a player and a coach, wouldn't you hear all this and internalize it and use it for, the season moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think you could say that they're a little testy this offseason. I think you could hear it in some of the interviews, and the way Matt LaFleur, I think, did some of those interviews this offseason when they mentioned did Jordan Love take a step back or did the team take a step back? I think Matt answered those questions in a certain type of way, which I think that may be a little bit of the way the team's feeling. You know what I mean? I think they've been hearing, maybe the way the team's been portrayed this offseason and kind of how things went. So that may be the way they're feeling internally, which I think is a good thing, right? A little bit of a, what people claim they don't have, a little bit of an edge in that locker room, which I think is a good thing. But to say that, like, Williams is a step ahead of Jordan Love. Like, I don't understand where that statement comes from. That's a really good hot take.
Well,
that's really good.
Like, you got to hear it for yourself.
Not a good hot take. It's just a take.
Outlandish.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's really one that gets a lot of attention, and because there's absolutely no like evidence.
You
of
can
that.
hear it.
Like,
he doesn't believe it.
How about this? Caleb Williams already better than Jordan Love. How about that?
No one believes that.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. That's perfect. That's literally a perfect answer for that. I mean, and listen, I'm not saying that Caleb Williams can't be a really good quarterback in this league. Like, I'm not saying that. And there's a really good chance that he could be. Ben Johnson could be the answer for him. They can get things rolling there, improve the offensive line. But like, that's not what we have at the current moment. And I still think that Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur are a great, tandem together. I think they're really good. I think this offense can be really good. They've improved the position that we all had issues with or questions about at the wide receiver position with the rookies. I think this offense can be really good. It's just, the offseason work. Let's see how it goes in training camp. Do they get Elton Jenkins back in time for camp to work this thing out, get this thing going the way it needs to go? Do they get the left tackle position settled in camp? Does that thing get, squared away as soon as possible? Because that only helps the continuity. And the defense is a different story. I think that side plays itself out really well too. I think they're going to be fine. It's the offensive side of the ball that, I think we all look to score more, to be more productive, to be more consistent. And obviously we all that starts with quarterback play. I mean, that's the NFL. That's the way this thing goes. And you could say Jordan Love didn't have as good of numbers as last year, but the year prior, we didn't have a guy like Jacobs rushing for X amount of yards. So now that we have that type of rusher in the system, now the offense adjusts to that. And now Jordan Love knows he has that type of weapon in the system. And now we see the adjustment to that type of weapon. And let's see how it goes now.
Well, Dr. Jonathan, who helped Strofe diagnose his maybe kidney stone on YouTube, says Ben Johnson is a goofy tool, and there's no way that Williams is better than Love. Williams is learning how to watch tape and not hold on to the ball for 6 seconds. This is your kind of doctor, Strofe.
I love this guy.
That's an educated man.
I got to go to Green Bay for my annuals.
Get that prostate checked. Brian will enjoy listening to you on the Homer Hour. Come up next in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.